The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual guests.
What's going on, my Go Squad? Welcome to the Armed Citizen Podcast Live. This is episode number 338, and we are streaming live, as always, on YouTube to over 150 countries worldwide. If you're out there in the live chat, go ahead and say something. We don't know that you're out there unless you do. If you're watching this in replay or listening in podcast form, go ahead and utilize the comment section and let us know what you think. Give us a good rating over there on the podcast. Like us, follow us, rate us, all that good stuff. It does help with the algorithms. If you would like to text into the show, yes, you can text into the show. Utilize the Ghost Tactical Hotline presented by our good friends over at Wilder Tactical. That number is 530-364-4678. It's scrolling down below if you're watching this. And go check out our good friends over at Wilder Tactical. They a lot of great gear over there. Good business, good veteran-owned business, really great people, and they've got some of the best gear in the market. Go check out wildertactical.com. If you are a veteran, especially a veteran, if you're anyone, but really if you're a veteran as well, and you're in that hole, you're in the darkness, and you're looking for that light, call me, text me, email me 24/7. I cannot give you medical advice. I might be someone that could listen to you and maybe walk you through some stuff. More importantly, just be there for you. But if you are looking for someone to get you towards some medical attention, remember two things. One, you are not alone in this fight. You have a lot of brothers out here that are willing and able to help you in any way possible. And two, the world is a much better place with you in it. So please utilize the Veteran Crisis Hotline, 1-800-273-8255. Once again, 1-800-273-8255. Veterans, press the number 1. We are spotlighting, as always, United States Marine Corps. If you have any questions on what it takes to earn the title of United States Marine, see the website marines.com. And as always, we're a proud member of the Self-Defense Radio Network. Go check out all your favorite Pro Gun, Pro 2A podcasts over at selfdefenseradio.net. Let's get this off of my ugly mug and bring in the merry band of idiots for tonight's show. Before we do that, let's go ahead and say hello to people out there. We're going to say hello to our channel members. Let's see. Here we go. We got Ozzy's out there. Gizzard Gary is out there. That's all we got for channel members. I'm sure there's more. Say something. Like I said, we don't know that you're out there unless you do say something. From Anderson Manufacturing, we've got our good friend Kyle. What's up, homie?
Hey, what's up, Ghost? Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man, I little press release today, and you guys have got some news. Got some news up there in Kentucky.
Yeah, two major announcements this week.
Two major announcements.
Monday, we announced that we will be at Goals in this August. And today we announced the appointment of our CEO, Jeff Staworski.
Jeff Staworski, I saw the release and all that. I know this has kind of been in the works for a little bit, and I'm glad that he's actually there and hitting the ground. Obviously, he's going to take some time to kind of assess the company and get his feet wet, if you will. Kyle's working on it. We're going to try to get him on the podcast in the next couple weeks. Hopefully, that'd be great.
Yeah,
we can. He's okay with us just calling him Jeff. I hope, right?
It's Mr. Staworski to you, Clover.
Yeah,
just a Clover, just a Clover.
You can call him Jeff.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
I think it'd be interesting to have a CEO of a major firearms manufacturer, because I think a lot of people don't understand exactly what CEOs of these firearm companies actually do. So I think that'd be kind of cool. A CEO wears about 37 different hats. But I love what you and I were talking on the phone earlier today, and I love the fact that am I allowed to say this? I hope I am. If not, then well, I'm screwed. But the fact that he's willing to take a few weeks to start his job, and he not department heads, he wants to talk to every single individual employee at Anderson and talk to them individually in a meeting and find out what's going on. I love that about him. Usually they'll come in, talk to department heads and all that and go with that. But this guy wants to talk to hundreds of people over the next few weeks. And I think that's incredible.
I think so as well. I'm super excited. He's got a lot of experience in the industry. I'm super excited about that as well. He's worked with EOTech, Vista Outdoor. So pretty pumped to see him at the reins and kind of leading us into our next phase. So,
yeah, I can't wait to. Thanks, Snob. Appreciate you, buddy. Can't wait to hopefully get him one day on the show. If nothing else, do you know? Is being new to the company is something like going to Dallas or NRAM? Is that even something he's going to think about doing, or probably not right away?
No, I think, and don't quote me on this, don't hold me to this, but I think he's going to try to fly down for Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. I don't know if he had meetings and all that, but I mean, I think it'd be kind of cool to, if he's accessible to everybody to kind of shake hands, kiss babies. I think that'd be kind of cool to shake his hand and meet him in Dallas. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I think so.
Put a face to a name, and all that.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. Standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona, such a fine sight to see. It's a Ginger, my lord, and a flatbed Ford from the GOA. From the GOA and Fully Loaded Reviews, we have John, the Ginger Soulless Bastard. What's up, man?
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
Special teams,
special
players.
Oh my god!
Tuesday.
Fucking Lane Kiffin is a weird son bitch, isn't he?
Heck yeah! How's it going?
Yeah. What's going on, man? How was the bananas?
Bananas was bananas. It was freaking amazing. Got to go see the Savannah Bananas.
I got to get to a game, man. I got to get to a game.
Kurt put it best. If baseball would play music throughout the inning, I think more people would be interested in baseball. Yeah. Also, it was I
think there's a lot of things that the Bananas are doing, and obviously a lot of the stuff can't be used in MLB, but I think that some of the stuff that they are doing would definitely help for sure.
Oh, the music in between or throughout the game, the dancing, the players coming up to. So we sat in the left field grass, and the players were coming up to the fence the entire game. They were coming up, saying hi to all the kids that were around the fence. It was awesome. Good show. Good baseball was being played.
And I think that's the thing. I think that a lot of people don't understand. These are actual, like, legit baseball players. He played in college. They played in the minor leagues. Some of them played in the majors for a little bit. It's not like they're just getting kids that played high school ball and say, hey, let's go do this. Like, there is within all of the theatrics in the show, it's still baseball. And if you're a baseball person, it is what it is.
I turned my head. They were doing something. I turned my head for 2 seconds, and the home run was hit. Like, there is a game going on while you're being entertained. It was so much fun. I think that's the most fun I've ever had at a baseball game. There was 4 home runs hit that night. It was just great.
That's awesome. Yep. What's going on in the two-way world?
Hold on, let me see something. I gotta see if it's been posted yet.
Oh, this could be this could be breaking news.
Things are happening. It looks like it's going out. Let me check the GOA Twitter real quick. I gotta make sure before I say it out loud. Sorry, I should have been prepared, but
they're firing you? We all knew that was coming.
This time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, maybe he doesn't know about that, Kyle.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to. Sorry, Kaylee. I didn't mean to let him know that ahead of
time. So it was. So the lead ammo ban went to the House today. and then there's something that's gonna be announced here very shortly. So I can't speak on it, but it's about some things that are going on. So
what you're saying is people need to be watching the GOA's Twitter feed.
Yeah, watch the GOA Twitter feed. That's where you get the most information that's coming out currently from GOA. But there is something in the works that is going to be big for some rulings that were dropped down a couple weeks ago. Or some.
Go ahead, Kyle. You were going to say something, bud?
Just break the news, John. Come on.
Nope. I don't want the director of comms on me. I'm not doing that.
Daisy, if you don't.
I'm a daisy if I do.
No, you're fired if you do.
Yeah. So, on other news, I'm not. No. Have you met the director of comms? No, I'm not getting on her bad side. So we've got today. I signed up 5 more booths for goals. So we got a couple new companies that are coming, including Rainier Arms.
Can you announce those yet? Oh, Rainier.
Yeah, I can say that. Rainier Arms is going to be there. ETS Mags, Facts and Firearms, Infinity Defense. Emerald City Cerakote is a new company that got just added in. Okay. So those are a couple of the new companies that decided to come to goals this year.
Speaking, and I don't want to cut goals off and all that, but I know you guys are partnered up with them a little bit. Speaking of Rainier Arms, has there been a date set for TriggerCon this year? I have not seen one.
Yes. I can't tell you the actual dates, but it's
okay. I can look it up.
It's going to be
every time I go over there and try to find it, I don't see a date, but I'm sure that it's out there. I'm sure.
Chase called me the other day about it. It's at an actual convention center. I believe it's the 24th through the 26th, but don't quote me on that, of September at a convention center.
Ooh, that's the wrong website. I went to, they sent me to TigerCon. No, not to TigerCon. That could be a different one. TriggerCon. TriggerCon. Hello. Oh, it keeps wanting to put an E in there. There's no E in there. There we go. 2024. I don't see anything for 2024 stuff. Oh, September 27th to 29th. Okay. All right. Perfect. Oh. Good. Here we go.
I was close.
Yeah. It was, you were in the right month, maybe. So,
so
for you, that's not bad.
No. So, as everybody knows or doesn't know yet, if they're under a rock, GOA is putting on our first convention, Goals, August 17th and 18th in Knoxville, Tennessee. Go ahead and go to gunowners.org/goals or goals.gunowners.org. We just added that to see the brand new website that just got launched today.
There you go. There's a link for you folks.
Yep, that's got everything you need to know about goals in it, how to sign up, to put in your media badges, to put in your vendor badges, to put in all the above.
There you go. Mine got denied, by the way. I'm trying to figure out why, I was denied.
Did you? No, you didn't.
Can you roll with the joke, dude? You're such
because I'm very confused.
You're such a ginger. You got sunburned this weekend, didn't you? Don't lie to me. Fried your brain cells a little bit.
Total ginger move.
It was
total ginger.
It was 80 degrees. It was fine. No, the new website's up. That's why I was like, did it really? Because I'd have to call the dev team. So don't do that to me. But yeah, Goals is we're super excited. Anderson is going to be there. Trey is going to be there. I owed you a phone call. I have to talk to you afterwards because I owed you a phone call this week to talk to you about something. Clover's going to be there. Snob is who's in the chat's going to be there. C4 Sarge is going to be there. You better be there.
The check hadn't cleared yet.
Listen, I tried my best, but the 50 cents was just asking too much.
I thought he was sending you a check to cash so that he would be allowed in. Isn't Clover having to pay to be there?
That's fair.
Yeah. $50 will get you a pass, Clover. We got to finance this thing some $50 at a time.
Kyle's got me. Talk to Kyle.
Yeah.
Oh, Gary said he's going to be there.
Put it on my tab, John.
Oh, I'll put it on your tab. I'll add it to your invoice when it shows up. But yeah, Goals is going on, like I said, August 17th to 18th, Knoxville, Tennessee, at the Knoxville Convention Center. Go to the website linked in the comment section, or go, to go sign up to attend, sign up for media, or if you've got vendors that you want to be at the show, go start bugging them.
Or you can show up to the show. Anyone can come to the show.
Yeah, it's free to all GOA members.
And if you're not a GOA member, you can pay the fee at the door, join right there, and you're in. Why wouldn't you want to be a GOA member to begin with?
Yeah. Or if you go to the State of the Second Podcast's YouTube page, you can go down there, and in the description, there's a discount for $5 off.
Ooh, how about them apples?
So $20 for the year.
$20 for the year.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Speaking of the State of the Second Podcast, new episode coming out tomorrow with TN Tactical. So go check that out. Good guy. And then we have, for the fully loaded reviews, I've got a couple things coming out this week. One of them's the Kiger videos. Kurt said it was 75% of the done last night. So the Kiger video will be dropping.
It'll be about, 3 weeks from now?
No, it should be like tomorrow or tonight.
Okay.
But you're not wrong. It's probably 3 weeks from now. I'm not gonna lie. And
it might be ready tomorrow, the next day, but it won't be released for a couple weeks.
My dog ate the footage.
It did.
The footage got corrupted.
No, we refilmed it all on Saturday before we went to the Bananas game.
Well, I'm sure that was awesome.
Oh yeah,
we filmed. You should have done it after the Bananas game.
No. I got. Listen, I got home for. I have to tell, because I haven't told you this. I've got to tell a funny story. So I got home from the Bananas game, and the smoke alarm started going off in the house. So I started freaking out, like, why is the smoke alarm going off?
I told you were sunburned, man.
Then all of a sudden, the carbon monoxide alarm started going off. So they both were going off at the same time. So I called the non-emergency line and got everybody out. And they came in and they're like, yeah, the batteries are dying on both of these. That's why they're going off. I'm like, but they went off at the same time. They're like, it's just a happy coincidence that they both went off at the same time.
That'd be a little skeptical about that.
I was like, okay. But they did the little test and they in and out real quick.
That's what she said.
Fully loaded reviews just hit our 400th sub. So
woohoo! Look at you, big dog.
Growing so fast.
Look at you.
Mike, I'm still in Phoenix.
Chicago, Mike. He just doesn't accept your calls when you try to get a hold of him. He just told you he moved. He's like that. He's a bitch. Anyways, from the great state of Texas, always riding shotgun. He is the tactical leprechaun and the gatekeeper of Texas. What's up, Clove?
Hey.
I don't know either.
I'll probably have to duck out a few times during this stream. I got ribs going. So
you got what?
Just warning everybody. I got ribs going, man.
Yeah. Well, you've had those been going all day, haven't you? Or since lunchtime, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a couple hours, maybe.
$5.40 a gallon. Son of a gun, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 409 here.
California.
I think it's 309 here.
Yeah, something like that here.
It is what it is. All right. Before we get going, guys, I do want to bring up something that's happening. It's pretty cool. You guys know that big supporter and big fans of Walk the Talk America. Talk about them all the time. But they are teaming up with our good friend, Top Shot Chris Chang, And May 1st, starting tomorrow, May 1st, May is, it's gonna be May. Thank you. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And so they're trying to do a fundraiser for Walk Talk America. They're launching a $100,000 fundraiser brought up by Chris Chang. And Chris is going to donate $5,000 to match funds for the first week of this. So up to $5,000 that you guys donate, Chris is going to match. I'm going to put a link out into the chat real quick. If you guys are interested and you want to go support a great cause, Walk the Talk America is doing a fundraiser for Mental Health Awareness Month. And I want to, if you guys don't mind, I want to read a little bit about this. This is the press release that Mike sent me over today. In honor of May being Mental Health Awareness Month, Walk Talk America is proudly announces a special fundraiser by Top Shot Season 4 champion Chris Chang to raise $100,000. The challenge lasts from May 1st to 8th of 2024. Chris is kicking in things off by personally donating $5,000, which will be used to match smaller donations of $500 or less. Walk the Talk America and Chris Chang invite the firearms industry to participate in this high-impact, game-changing fundraiser. Donations can be made, blah, 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 at the link down below. So this isn't just for you and I to obviously, they would love for us to donate, but if you want to maybe tag, and I'll probably post something tomorrow on Instagram and all of that, and X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. If you want to tag some manufacturers, Kyle, no, I'm just kidding. If you want to tag some manufacturers that might be willing to donate some money to this fundraiser to help out, do that, because obviously they're wanting to take whatever donation you get, 5, 10, $20, $100, whatever you got. But there are some companies and other people out there that can donate large sums or larger sum amount of money as well. So check that out. Like I said, I put the link out there in the chat, and I want to do a post on Instagram and over on Twitter tomorrow. So yeah, if you guys have $1 or $5 or $10 or whatever that you're willing to donate towards Walk the Talk America, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and they are going to do a fundraiser. And you guys know what Walk the Talk. If you've been around me or my channel or Kyle or John or Clover, we're all friends with Mike and Jake and all those guys over there. Great people doing great work. So if you can, go and help them out. You guys know that every Thursday, Saturday, and Monday at 10 a.m. Central over on our YouTube community tab, we have the Pony Polls. Oh, y'all are so gay. Get it right, guys. All right, finally. All right. Let's take a look at the polls for this past week. The first one was put out yesterday. It's got 1.2 thousand votes. This is a tough one for me personally. Very tough for me personally. Heather Locklear or Michelle Pfeiffer? Kyle, I'm going to start with you. Heather Locklear, Michelle Pfeiffer. They both bring very fond memories to my teenage and younger life for many reasons.
Heather Locklear.
You literally can't go wrong with either one of these. Yeah. If I had to pick one, I think Heather Locklear is sexier, but I think like just pure beauty, Michelle Pfeiffer might be one of the most beautiful women ever born, but just sexiness. Yeah. Heather Locklear is pretty damn good.
I was going on acting talent. I don't know.
Sure you were. Absolutely you were. Yeah, I get it. Clove, what about you? Heather Locklear or Michelle Pfeiffer?
Michelle Pfeiffer. And I think if we're talking about raw acting talent, it's absolutely Michelle Pfeiffer.
It's absolutely Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. I remember like the early 80s and Grease 2 came out. And I remember watching on HBO as like a little 7-8-year-old kid.
It's the only good thing about it. It was like
the only good thing about that movie was Michelle. And I didn't know who Michelle Pfeiffer was. I just knew that blonde was smoking hot. And I was like, who is that? And then it turns in, years and years later, I recognized, like, hey, that's a girl from Grease too. But yeah, she was the only positive thing about that movie. But she made it worth watching for sure. Yes, we are old Calaveras. Yes, we understand that. Some of us now, John. So back in the 80s and 90s, there were many of them, but these two were considered amongst the sexiest and most beautiful people in the world. Heather Locklear, I think maybe was it TJ Hooker? I think was TJ Hooker her first big break. I'm not sure. Michelle Pfeiffer, I think her biggest break was Grease 2. But both of them were very famous and for now they still, for their ages. I saw Michelle Pfeiffer on something not too long ago, and she incredible. Locklear has struggled a little bit in the last couple of years, to say the least. She's been through some shit apparently, but Michelle Pfeiffer, she's still just gorgeous right now. So yeah. So John, Heather Locklear or Michelle Pfeiffer, if you had to choose one?
Megan Fox.
Okay. Not even
Heather. No, I'm going with
like
Locklear.
not even in the same county as these two.
Tell me you haven't seen Money Talks.
No, I'm going Locklear.
Okay.
My man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Midnight Range is, yeah. Can you believe that Richie Sambora dumped her because she wanted to have kids? Yeah, I'd have as many kids as she wants to. Let's just say that. Locklear's first big hit was Dynasty. I thought, okay. I thought it was like TJ Hooker was before Dynasty, but I don't remember. I might be wrong. But yeah, I tell you what, one of my favorite today is Shakira. There's something about Shakira that, man, and her dumbass ex-husband. Why would you cheat on Shakira? Like, not only is she sexy as hell, she's beautiful, she's talented, but she can belly dance. That's got to be amazing. So I'm just saying.
Wasn't there a rumor that she was a man?
Okay, you can rumor all you want. That ain't a man. That's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, John, those hips don't lie.
Those hips don't lie.
You sure about that?
Yes. She's not in Thailand, bro. She's in Colombia. Thailand, you can definitely sit there and say, I don't know. Anyways, 1.2 thousand votes, 62% say Heather Locklear. 62 to 38. Can't go wrong with either one of them. Good looking women. Next one, 1.8 thousand pony polls. Chloe, we're going to start on this one with you. Donut or Pop-Tarts?
that ain't even fair, dude. Like, that ain't even fair. Donut.
Yeah, I agree. There is a big Pop-Tart contingency out there. A really big Pop-Tart contingency.
I guess, but oh my, man, like, it ain't even close.
Yeah, no, I don't. I had a comment on there, and it was talking about if you've never tried a Krispy Kreme, go try one. And I was like, go get yourself a warm Krispy Kreme and a Wendy's Frosty, and you're welcome.
Yep.
And he comes back and he says, that just sounds amazing. I'm going to go try it. And I was like, we've converted another one.
Yep. Pretty awesome.
It's worth it. It's worth it, guys. I'm just saying, a warm Krispy Kreme and a chocolate Wendy's Frosty will change your life. It might give you a diabetes attack, but it will change your life nonetheless.
It's hard to, what I found, we got the small Frosties too. You know what I mean? And it was all I could do to get through like 2 donuts doing that. I didn't even eat all of that. Because I think we got like 2 dozen donuts expecting.
We did. But I'll say this, the smart thing that we did do is get one of those little kid Frosties, because there's no way we could have had all those donuts and like a large Frosty. The kid's Frosty was a perfect size for that.
Oh, it was so much sweet. It's like, oh
God. But it was so good. Good.
Yeah.
So good. John, Pop-Tart or donut?
The question is, have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart? It's so freaking good.
I don't like Pop-Tarts, so no, I have not put butter on a Pop-Tart.
I've never had, but that
Just-
could make it better.
No, donuts are always the win.
Now, are you talking about so a lot of people eat the Pop-Tarts without being toasted, just out of the wrapper, which I think is weird, but okay. So when you're talking about putting butter on a Pop-Tart, do you toast your Pop-Tarts or do you eat them cold?
Depends on what flavor it is.
Okay.
That's true. Some of the cookie type flavored ones
the
are
cookie
more
ones.
like
I've had one Pop-Tart ever, and I think it was blueberry, and I just didn't like the texture and all that of a Pop-Tart, so I never had another one. So I don't know.
You know what's really good? They make like hot fudge sundae Pop-Tarts. You put them in the freezer and you freeze them, and they turn out really good. There's just so many things you can do with Pop-Tarts that you can't do with donuts. There's a lot of things you can do with a donut, but
yeah.
This is a family show, John. This is a family show.
Well,
Not
I think the
really.
weirdest there was a place in Akron, Ohio that took 2 Krispy Kremes and made them as
Boys,
buns
Ohio
in a
shit.
burger.
Oh yeah, donut burgers. Yeah,
Donut burger.
I've seen chicken sandwiches. I've seen burgers that use donuts as the bun. I've seen all sorts of weird stuff. I've seen chocolate covered donut, chicken waffle donut, like a chicken waffle donut sandwich before. Like,
pretty good.
I get it. I don't know if it's good or not, but people do it.
Also,
People can't.
The Pop-Tart butter reference is from Family Guy, just so you know.
Don't watch
now
Family
I've
Guy.
learned to do something.
I'm not a
now you've
millennial.
learned
I don't watch
some
Family
pop
Guy.
culture from me.
I'm not a millennial.
I'm just gonna mute my mic now.
Please do. Thank you. Kyle, Pop-Tart or donut?
I'm going to go ahead and call it right now. This is going to be a blowout. It's an unfair question. Donut. I think a more fair question would be donut versus toaster strudel.
It would be. It would be a lot more fair. I think.
I've never had a toaster strudel, so I don't know.
Ghost, you ain't living life, brother.
I don't eat breakfast very often, like ever.
I'm in the same boat. Coffee.
And like breakfast food, like eggs and the ham and the hash browns. I love that for dinner, but I'm not gonna eat a toaster strudel for dinner. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I think it's
my kids and of course the grandbabies now too. I mean, they're all about some Pop-Tarts, right? And they've got way more flavors now than they did when I was growing up. But I'm curious. Anybody out there maybe in the chat? I mean, you got to be as old as me, but has the quality of Pop-Tarts degraded over the years? Because I say
sure
yes,
it has.
they have.
They're making.
I remember them
profits.
I remember them being way, but even knockoff Pop-Tarts being way better back in the day than they are nowadays.
Yeah, they probably figure out a way to make more money by lowering quality.
And the pastry part of it, or whatever, to me seems.
So honestly, I'm being honest here. Like, what exactly is a Pop-Tart? Is it supposed to be what's it supposed to be?
It's supposed to be like a Danish? Not the right thing.
No, it's almost like it's almost like a pie crust. It's almost.
Yeah, it is
it's supposed to be a tart, which would be almost like a pie crust. So a filled pie crust, basically. Problem is they don't put enough in it.
I used to love Pop-Tarts, but I guess they got a pretty big government contract because that was all we kept getting shoved in Iraq and Afghanistan. And you just get overloaded.
So, okay.
Blueberry and strawberry.
So, what I'm getting ready to say about this. There's a legitimate thing with the crackers in an MRE. There's a cracker challenge. You cannot finish a whole cracker from MRE without drinking water. If you try, you're never going to make it. Were Pop-Tarts like that? Could you eat a lot of Pop-Tarts in those days, or is it going to just mess up your system?
I mean,
they're pretty dry.
Yeah. But it is a vicious cycle because you get tired of MREs and you move on to the Pop-Tarts. And you get tired of the Pop-Tarts.
Now, I will say that the problem, a lot of people consider the problem MREs. MREs served a lot of purposes. One of them was, in fact, to, how do I put this? Lighten the load a little bit. Spread out times between dumpster, between restroom breaks, because you can't be out there trying to find a hole to dig a hole in the middle of the desert all the time. So a lot of what the MREs were to basically slow your system down. And I promise you the crackers did that. And I was wanting to know if the Pop-Tarts did that as well.
Oh shit. No, they did not.
Oh, that wouldn't make sense, because like we don't need guys out there during a firefight. Oh God, I got shitting themselves.
No.
It is what it is. You were right though. By the way, this was a blowout. This was an absolute slaughter. 92% were correct that say donut. 92%. I didn't think it was going to be that. I figured 75-25. I didn't realize it was going to be a 92-8.
Not a breakfast guy. You wouldn't know that type thing.
That's true. This is true. Our last one came, I think it was Kyle who suggested this last week. We did the 308 versus, what was it, 6.5 Creed? Is that what we did last week?
Yeah.
He said, why don't we do 30-6 and 308? So I did that. Over 2,000 votes. So let's start with Ginger on this one. 30-6 or 308?
I'm going to have to go 308, even though it says everything in me to say 30-6 because 2 world wars. But 308 is just, yeah.
I get it. Kyle, 3008 or 30-6? You're the one who came up with this one, so I'll be interested to hear how you say about this.
308.
Okay. Right.
Although I have nothing but respect for the 30-6 because, like John said, 2 world wars and Carlos Hathcock.
Carlos Hathcock, man, what a man. If you guys don't know who Carlos Hathcock is, go enlighten yourself. Deadliest sniper from Vietnam. Basically, the movie series Sniper with Tom Berenger and all that started out as a tribute to him. Obviously, 17 movies later, it has gotten way away from that. But the original was for him. But
the shot where he shot
through the scope. Yeah.
And then he was
now, and no one knows if Hathcock actually did that or not. But it's a damn good story.
He was like, well, I mean, the story is he didn't. When I heard it, it wasn't a braggadocious story. What he had said
it didn't
was,
come from
what
him.
he said was what he had said was that, well, I did, like it was wrote somewhere or something, but it said that the only thing the counter, whatever, the other guy was in cover. And the only thing he could see
it was a female from North Vietnam.
And all he could get was the glare off of the scope.
That is correct.
So he thought, hey, if they're looking through the scope, then if I shoot through the glare, right, and it worked, supposedly it worked out. So
it's not like he was trying to shoot through the scope. Let's be honest. He wasn't aiming for the scope. He was using the scope as a point of reference and just happened to.
That rifle had not been up to the shoulder, right?
Correct.
Then it would have probably been a miss.
Yeah. Oh no, 100% probably would have been. Yeah. 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 Chase out there trying to start trouble out in the chat. It's all good. It's all good. He's probably just jealous because we're talking about a USMC sniper instead of an Army sniper. It's what it is, Not everyone can be cool, Chase. It's all good. Keep living that dream. Clove 308 or 30-6?
308.
Yeah, I agree. For the same reasons that I gave it over the 6.5 Creed last week. It's just a lot more versatile. We talked about it last week. You can clear houses and CQB with a 308. You may not want to,
Well, mainly because
but
it's a short action, right?
Yeah.
Versus long action.
But
different.
it does make a little bit difference. But you can a lot of things you can reach out to that 1,000-yard shot with that same cartridge that you can do CQB with. And I guess technically you could probably run CQB or clear a house with a 30-06 rifle. I don't know why you would, but you probably could. But yeah, I think 308, man. I think the only one that could go probably. I don't want to do this because I'm pretty sure I know if I put 308 against like a 5.56. I think 5.56 probably beats through it pretty badly.
Way different category, but
yeah, that's why I don't really want to put them together because they are completely different categories. But I think you will hear from most people. We're talking rifle calibers. The two is 1 and 2, and then probably a huge step down to 3, like a big gap. It's 5.56 and 308. So I didn't know he was a Marine. I thought he was Army. I do know that he had 104 versus 92 confirmed kills, but they also said that Heathcote's 92 was probably double that because he didn't turn in apparently he did not turn in half of his kills. So Chicago Mike says, is 308 or 6.5 better? Watch last week's show. No, 308 in general use. General use, Mike, I think 308. For specific uses, there are some things that the 6.5 is better at specifically, but if you're just talking a general cartridge and general versatility, 308 hands down, for my opinion. We can go through the room again real quick and update Mike from last week.
We did go down the rabbit hole for a little bit.
I think we were unanimous last week.
We were unanimous, yeah.
I think Chris said 6.5.
And I said 6.5 too.
Yeah, you'll have to run it back, Mike.
Okay. Well,
we got deep in the rabbit hole.
Yeah, but you brought up Ginger. You like 6.5 for specific reasons. I think if we were to ask you generally, which one you would prefer, would you say still 6.5?
If we're talking CQB, probably a general purpose, like a battle rifle, 308.
A general purpose.
Let's not even go personally. Let's look at it objectively, right?
Okay, sure.
Oh no.
And if you're talking about general, it's got to be the 308. I mean, there's the versatility. There's no match for it. Not 6.5 Creed, for sure.
Okay, so let me ask you this: what larger bore rifle cartridge would you consider as, how do I put this?
30 caliber or better.
A competition for 308 in general,
the problem is,
is there one?
So,
I don't know.
When you get into certain things, right? You've got, if you're talking 30 caliber or better, you can talk about certain ones, but your effective range is going to be shortened on some, and in some the effective range is going to be longer. But then you're talking about long actions, which you've got to draw back there. So that the 308 just sits right in that middle sweet spot.
It's got that sweet spot. Yeah.
At the Calaveras and talking about 6.5 is less affected by the wind. True, but learn how to shoot. Learn how to adjust for the wind, and then 308.
And let's just be honest. That 6.5 Creed that's less affected by the wind, we're talking at 800 yards plus.
Yeah.
Also,
well, how many people tap the 6.5 Creedmoor and go, oh, that was the first one I could shoot at 1,000 yards, or I can just do this and blah, blah, blah. Well, you know why? Because you're compensating for your lack of shooting skill and being able to read wind and dope and other things by having that 6.5 cartridge. If you had all things equal on skill level, the 308 is going to be where it's at.
Yeah, but the 6.5. What'd you say?
What'd you say, Kyle?
I said he didn't mean that. No.
Well, and Clover, you got a good point. I mean, it was easier to learn long distance shooting with the 6.5 Creedmoor, and then I took that knowledge base that I got and moved over to 8.6 Blackout to try that out. and learning all that
sure.
just helped.
Yeah. Once you learn
Now-
it, you can shoot the 308 pretty much the exact same.
Yeah. The like I said, the 6.5 for long range shooting does give a pretty significant advantage over the 308, but we're talking not at 300, 400, 500 yards. We're talking like 800 yards and more is when you're going to start seeing that advantage of the flat shooting projectile. That said, aside from competition, how many people are just going to go out there and shoot it over 800 yards? If you're hunting, you're probably well inside 300, probably around 100 yards or inside 100 yards in general. I would say hunting, if you're reaching out 300 yards, good luck. If you're talking anything else, just having fun shooting, like I said, how many ranges go out past 300 to 500 yards just in general? Probably not many, in general. So I don't know.
Yeah.
There, like I said, there are specific things that different calibers or cartridges are going to give an advantage over the 308. But if you say, okay, there's these 10 criteria, yes, we could find 10 different cartridges to beat the 308 in every single category. But the 308 can still do all 10 of those things. Some of those others can't do all 10 of those things. They might be really good at one thing, There's some of these that you have to reload because you can't find like a 6-dasher or whatever. Some of these you're not going to find on the shelves. You're going to have to reload. Well, that might be cool for some people. A lot of people just want to go to Walmart, pick up a box of 308 and go to the range and have fun. That's an advantage over some of these. And it's cheaper than a lot of these I mean, look, if you're going to go buy some 6.5 Creed versus 308, you can go buy probably 1.5, almost 2 boxes of 308 for the same price of 6.5 Creed.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I've seen some pretty cheap 6.5 Creed.
I haven't around here. Not for a long time.
Oh, I've seen some that pretty close.
I'm sure there are, but I think in general, you're going to pay 1.5 times for a box of 6.5 and 308. Yeah,
popularity is going to drive the price down. It's just
Chicago says Dead Zero Tennessee goes out past 500. There's a ton of ranges that go out past 500 yards, but I'd be willing to bet that the vast majority of ranges in America altogether don't go out to 500 yards.
200 to 300 is typically
sometimes they're 100. Or I know there's a lot of ranges that are 50 yards.
Well, look at all it is. Look, if you're talking about ranges in general, tallying up all the ranges across the country, look at how many indoor ranges there are. Right?
That's right, and they're sometimes those are 25 yards.
You throw them in the mix, and it's going to be super short. Yeah, for sure. But even outdoor ranges, there's 500 is an anomaly. I think I don't think you get very many that even get out to 500.
Yeah, Calaveras says he's pushed 223 to over 1,000 yards. You can push a 223 to over 1,000 yards. Is it going to be effective? The max effective, effective is probably
550.
Huh?
I think it's 550 in the Marine Corps.
That's what I was going to say. 5 something. Yeah. I honestly wouldn't take it much past 300, 400 personally. If I'm going to go out past 300 or 400, what am I doing? I'm going to 308 at that point.
I would not. So here's the thing. I have seen deer shot at, 800-ish yards with 308 before. Yeah. Now, I don't know that I would take a shot like that, but I've seen multiple. I know people that have done it. Would you take a deer shot at? Would you take anything with a shot at 800 yards with a 5.56? I definitely wouldn't at 1,000. What I was getting at was a 6.5 Creed, but that same mantra for me holds even with 6.5 Creed. Like I wouldn't try to shoot game at 1,000 with 6.5 Creed. So when we're talking about taking these shots, when we're talking about effective and blah 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 blah, we're not talking about taking something down.
Yeah, we're just being able to that projectile can travel at these distances.
Can get there, and it may ring.
That doesn't mean that it's going to be effective at all. Kyle, were you going to say something?
Or how effective? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was going to echo exactly what you said. Like at 550, you're not guaranteed a kill. That's for sure.
No. Yep, for sure. Over 2,000 votes, 74% say 308. 74% say 308. I once again, I'm not putting anything down. The 308, including the 556. I think the 556/223, I think that wins in a poll. I'm not so sure that the 308 is not the most versatile cartridge in the world.
Oh, a 30 caliber, it has to be. I mean,
Yeah, I don't see. I mean, I don't see.
Here's the thing: there are 308 accelerators. Well, I mean, they don't sell them anymore, but you can certainly. I think E. Arthur Brown, I think, sells the Sabos or whatever for them. But you can actually load 308 with 556 with in a Sabo, and create an accelerator around. And they're screaming fast. That started with 30-06, which is even faster. But that's what's cool about the 308 is you can essentially create a super fast 223 or 556 out of 308 if you wanted to. So it just adds to the versatility.
Yeah.
I did want to pose a question to the group.
Yeah,
real quick.
Sure.
You brought up CQB with a 30-06, so it got me thinking.
I brought it up as a joke. Like I said, you can do it. I wouldn't, but yes. We're talking about a lot of energy coming out of that. A lot of energy for close quarter combat.
Right. But if you were a soldier in World War II, would you rather have the Garand, the M1A, the Thompson, the grease gun? What would you prefer for CQB? Because there was a lot of CQB fighting at that time.
You want my honest opinion?
Yeah, I want your honest opinion.
At that point, if it's World War II and I'm going CQB, I'm going with the 1911. At that point, I'm going with a handgun for CQB. At that point, I'm not going with any of those. If I had to choose one, probably the Thompson, just because of the size.
Yeah, definitely not the M1 carbine.
No, hell no. I would probably go Thompson because it's more of the size that I would want for CQB. That said, I don't want any of those. I'd probably at the time I probably would have gone with the 1911 to clear a house. That's just me.
If you could hold on to the Thompson would be nice.
Yeah, it would. The size would be great, but once again, I think that for back then, I would have taken the 1911 over the Thompson because the Thompson.
Well, if I could have a semi-auto Thompson, you know what I mean?
Well, that would be kind of cool. Yeah,
like that would
but they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of overkill for CQB is running through with a sub gun. Well,
it's just so wild. It's hard to hang on to. It's just hard to control.
That's why I would have probably cleared those houses with obviously we're not talking about Japan because that wouldn't, but we're talking.
Yeah, we're talking Europe.
In the European, clearing some houses, probably would have gone the 1911.
The 45
or picked up something of the Germans that once I kill someone, I'm picking up some of their crazy stuff they had,
I don't know that they had anything that
not really not for CQB. Like CQB wasn't a thing back then,
It wasn't.
They had the MP40. They have the MP40.
It was full auto though.
It was full. That's not conducive to CQB, bro. You don't want to go clearing a house with full auto.
Why not?
I mean, you could. It'd be fun, but that's why I would have gone with a 1911. Huh?
You wouldn't do the grease gun at the slow rate of fire?
I would do the grease gun, John. That would be my choice.
Okay. I wouldn't trust the grease gun, to be honest.
Accuracy is going to be low, though. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking about, yeah.
Like,
I mean, spray and pray, baby. But I still stand by mine. I would have gone probably with the 1911 and just cleared with the pistol. I don't know.
Yeah, on a serious note, I think the 1911 is probably the way to go.
Man, a tanker.
Not that I would do that now, but back then, yes, I would have gone with the 1911 probably.
Ooh, tanker Grand.
Yeah, like one of the tanker model Grands or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But that wasn't posed that way. You just said Grand.
That's true. Yeah.
If I'm just thinking a Grand or M1 or I don't want any of those. Like seriously, I don't want any of those.
Why not the carbine? Just because the 30 carbine's just underpowered? Is it your thought process?
No, I'm talking about ease of clearing a room, man. Like if and this is just sounds weird, and this is something that I've done quite a bit. Clearing a house or a building or a room or whatever you want to call it. This is something that a lot of people. I'm not saying you personally don't understand this, John. I'm just saying in general, a lot of people don't understand. It is not about firepower. It's not about getting as many shots off as you can as quickly. 95% of CQB and room clearing and building clearing is being quick. It's how quickly and effectively can you get through that room. If you're walking and you're talking about a carbine, you're talking about these longer, heavier weapons. They're going to slow you down. They're not going to be as accurate. They're going to be a lot of hindrance to. There's a lot of these World War II rifles that you could use. But here's the thing. They're going to cause you more problems in that kind of environment than a pistol would. That's just me. That's just my opinion. There's a lot of things about CQB and room clearing that are incredibly important. And a lot of it is being able to maneuver in tight spaces effectively and quickly. I can do that with all of those weapons that are listed. That 1911, I can get what I need to get done pretty easily. We're also talking reloads back in the day. How long is it going to take you to reload? Yeah, you might have to reload a little bit more with the 1911 possibly, but reloads with the 1911 are going to take a lot less time than any of those rifles. Let's just be honest. You know, even if they're magazine-fed rifles, they weren't the magazines that we know of today. Like, it's going to take some time. I don't know. That's just me. Kyle, you look like you're dumbfounded. You're like, what the hell?
Dude, I am debating right now because the 1911 is a great choice, but he did list the grease gun.
I understand. I get it. No. I get it. And the grease gun might of those other ones probably is the best option. But that's just me. I would go with the 1911. I don't trust the grease gun. I wouldn't trust that in that situation. I don't know.
I figured I would pose the question.
I like the question. I like the question. It's interesting.
I would like to shoot a grease gun.
Yeah. I'm surprised no one's really come out with, a replica model, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
Little greaser for the truck.
I think it'd be kind of cool,
So I talked to somebody about that, and the reason why is because the original stampings are all gone. And to redo the stampings and to have the stamp to do the stamp sheet metal would cost so much that they wouldn't be able to pass on any savings to anybody. So it'd be like $800 for a grease gun. So who's paying $800 for a grease gun?
Yeah, no, I get it. That's you would pay $800 for a grease gun, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow,
I think so.
That's like paying $1,200 for an SKS. Probably wouldn't do it.
You hate to see it.
Yeah. 1911 is my next purchase, but don't know which brand to get. Are you looking for an actual 1911? Are you looking for a 2011 version? What are you looking for, Mike? There's a lot of great 1911s out there. You can spend anywhere from $400 to $4,000 and more. There's a lot of great ones out there. What's up?
I was just saying, I got a buddy here at work who's in that same predicament.
Yeah.
He wants a 1911, but doesn't know which way to go.
Well, if I could show stuff on screen, The Untouchable by EAA.
Yeah, it's a great one. Yeah, it's a great one.
I can't. It's sitting over here. I can't hold it because of the rules.
Yeah, I'll have to.
Dude, I don't want to get the string. Yeah, The Untouchable for the money and everything it comes with. Yeah.
I think Chloe just put a video out on that today, as a matter of fact. Yesterday or today, I think The Untouchable. He had to go step away to check on the ribs, but when he gets back, I've got the Disruptor, which is the 9 version. He has The Untouchable. I think he put The Untouchable video out today, so at least a video out.
I'll have to share that. Share that with him.
Yeah, the Untouchable. The what's the other one they came out with? Chase, you're in the chat. What's the other one with the optics cut that you just dropped?
He also said there's been a few semi attempts at the grease guns. They all sucked. Well, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, that technology is really old and it wasn't great back then. Technology is better, but why would you go back a step just to have one? I don't know. I wonder where you could get a quality. There you go. Yeah, there's a lot of them out there. And like I said, are you looking for a regular 1911 or are you looking for a 2011?
Who's cost it?
Influencer is the OR model. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
The Influencer.
Who's paying $800 for a Beretta 92? It better be some fancy Beretta 92 because they're not $800 unless the prices have gone through the roof.
Well, they have not necessarily gone to 800, but they have gone up in the last few years. But I wouldn't. I mean, and I'm a Beretta guy, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. But yeah. All right, those are the pony. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, I like the 92.
I love a 92, but I'm not going to pay $800 for one right now. You know,
No,
it's Italian exactly. EAA Fusion Firearms Kimber, just a regular one.
Who's Fusion Firearms?
I've never heard of Fusion Firearms. I have no idea who that is. Obviously, we're going to help you out with EAA because I've shot a ton of them and they're great. I mean, let's just be honest. There is nothing wrong with going to get a Colt 1911. If you can find just a good old basic Colt 1911,
absolutely not.
There's nothing wrong with that, you know. But I think you're going to I think you'll find with the EAAs of the world and all that, you're going to get value versus price on a lot of these look better than a Kimber and all of that.
Kimber, the Fusion Firearm is like almost $3,000 for some of their models.
No, and I never even heard of them. Like, no,
yeah,
no, like no. Yeah,
they're like 1,500 and on up.
No, that's just me. I'm not a big Kimber guy. I mean, I think Kimber makes great guns, great quality. They look great, but I don't think they're worth that money. I don't think they're worth what you pay for them. Chase, well, there you go. Chase says Kimbers are the Harleys of the gun world. Loud old guy owners who can't shoot and they don't work. There you go. I've never heard as a Kimber as the Harley Davidson of the gun, but that's actually probably pretty close. How you feel about that, Snob? How you feel about that? He's a big Kimber guy. Bull Armory for $979 from Magnum Research. Okay, great. I think you can go find yourself a phenomenal 1911 for half that price and be very, very happy with it. That's just me. All right, those are our pony polls. Go check out our good friends over at Anderson Manufacturing. Let's see here. Get off of that. AndersonManufacturing.com. Go check it out. He is from Oklahoma, and that does explain a lot. Very, very true. All right. So, is Clover, are you back from checking the ribs yet? No, I might have to wait till he gets back before we start moving into this topic because I think it could be interesting. And I think that he might have something he might want to bring to this conversation.
Is it as interesting as the last week's topic where we argued for an hour and a half?
No. This is, I think so. And this is, I think so. This is going to be something that, I'm going to put it out this way. I think so. It could be. We'll find out here in a second, but we'll wait till Clover gets back from checking his ribs on the smoker, and we'll go there. Let me check the score real quick. 9-4, bottom 4. Okay, thank you.
I've got something to say.
Okay, say it.
So I got a comment the other day on Fully Loaded Reviews from a 68-year-old gentleman who's buying his first. So he says, who said he's buying his first handgun, and I don't know if he's listening.
I think it's bullshit because I don't think a 68-year-old's going to be on YouTube looking at your shit to find his first handgun. I'm just saying.
Wow, that's just hurtful.
Okay. Anyway, so he's looking for his first handgun.
Yeah, he came into comments and was looking at the Mossberg handgun, and I want to just give him a shout out and applaud for buying his first handgun at 68. And I've told him welcome to the community, and if you need anything, feel free to ask. And I just want to applaud all the new people who are coming into the community because it's fantastic.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. 68 years old, buying his first handgun. And you had something to do with that, ironically. I don't know how, but you had something. No, I was kidding. You had something to do with that. That's pretty cool. I mean, I get comments like that over the years quite a bit. And what's so interesting is we kind of take that for granted. A lot of times is, new people coming. We forget, especially for a 68-year-old. Like, it took that dude 68 years to come to terms with he feels like he needed to buy a handgun. Like, that had to have been a pretty big decision for him. A life-changing decision to sit there and say, I've lived 68 years on this earth without one, but I think now is the time. That's a pretty interesting decision process to go through. Did he say like why he decided at 68?
No, so I commented back to him. Let me see what he said. I'm waiting to see if he commented back.
I'm barely younger than 68, Mike. Yes, I am younger than 68, but not by much.
So he commented that it was his first handgun, and I kind of welcomed him to the community. He was like, hey, welcome. We're here if you need help, blah, blah, blah. And he said that he's a noob, and I said, we all start somewhere. And I asked him why he started on this journey. I'm going to check to see if he responded yet. Let's see.
Not yet.
Oh, here he goes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He just responded a minute ago. He says, I have time now that I'm retired to devote time to learn and practice, but mostly thought I've never owned one. I got tired of all of those in power and liberals trying to take the rights away from law-abiding Americans. They constantly chip away at our constitutional rights. He is from Rhode Island, he said. He said, I live in Rhode Island. Yeah.
That's interesting.
So I kind of told him, he's like, I'm a total nude, so I appreciate the kindness as I welcomed him into the hobby. And I said, hey, we all start somewhere. It's time to learn. And we love to support people joining our community. I recommend going to events and getting training and stuff if you don't mind asking. And I asked him how his journey started, and that's what he said just about a minute ago. So shout out to Kev Mack if he is listening or out there anywhere.
That's good.
Welcome to the community, brother.
Welcome to the dark side, my man.
Yeah.
Welcome to the dark side. Sarge says, Goats is 68. I celebrated a birthday 9 days ago, and this was the 30th anniversary of my 19th birthday. So,
you ought to shit.
Do your math. Yes, I'm a year away from being like AARP like eligible, and that's some crazy ass shit.
You're a year younger than Kurt.
Kurt just
I look a lot younger than Kurt.
Yeah.
There's Marines out there doing long division on a paper trying to figure this problem out.
The oxymoron, as you said, is Marines doing long division. Let's just be honest.
Oh,
I need an azimuth. I don't know. No, I'm 49 years old. Oh, snapperoo.
And it just got.
And there it goes. If we lose our stream in the next 5 minutes, you know why. We have from European American Armory. We have Chase. What's up, homie? Is that a pencil sketch of Billy the Kid? What is that?
That's the amateur sketch.
the amateur sketch of Billy the Kid from his trial. Yeah,
it was.
Where ought to go then? I want to go.
That's the leprechaun.
It is a leprechaun.
It is a leprechaun.
The Crichton leprechaun. That's Clover's cracked out cousin.
Yeah. I just want to know where to go with that.
I want to go there. I want
to go there.
Chicago Mike doesn't know who we're talking about. I'd never talking to him again.
Mike Shirley. And quit calling me Shirley, but Shirley. Anyways, what's up, man? What are you doing? It's been a while since you hopped on. How's the kiddo?
They're both asleep right now. So
fantastic. You got them medicated, did you?
yes, highly.
Good.
So they're still feeling but
Yeah, no, I get it.
not chasing them around right now, so I can actually talk.
Yep, that's good. Good to have you back on.
Yeah.
So for Mike's out there, but also other people, give you a few seconds. I know you guys have a ton of different 1911 models. What are some ones out there that maybe for someone who doesn't own one, which would be a fun one to shoot?
I mean, for somebody who's just getting into it, obviously the Untouchable, the Influencer is the way to go.
Yeah.
Depends on if you really want an optic ready gun or if you don't. The Influencer does have a tuned trigger, so that does help the feelings out there. But I mean, you're talking about you can jump into an Untouchable retail sub $400.
Yeah, retail.
Full retail. And I'll put it up against anybody's gun for twice as much money.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
No. The now one of my favorite little guns that I love is the SC Ultimate. And if you're looking for a 1911 that you can carry, it's a 9mm version, but it's like the best way that I can describe it is like a snub nose 9mm 1911. It's a cool ass gun. Comes with an optic or optic ready. But it depends on if you're looking for a carry 1911 or is this going to be a range toy. There's a lot of questions out there, Mike. Like, what's the purpose of the 1911? Is it going to be something that you take in the truck on trips with you or what? So that could be. But I'm a big fan of the SC Ultimate. I think that's a cool little concealed carry 1911 and 9mm. But yeah, like I said, you might want to go into the 2011, the 2311 game, whatever you want to call it. But there's a lot of them out there. I have shot a lot of EAA's 45 or 1911s, but I don't have any. I have 10mm, 9mm, and all that stuff. Clover, are you back yet? How long does it take to check ribs? Let's just be honest. He might be burning his house down again. I know that he just put a video out of the Untouchable today, so I wanted to get his opinion. Go ahead, Chase. You're going to say something.
I was just going to say he's probably got a train in his backyard again.
I mean, he's going to burn his house down. You know, those bonfires are real. Buy one just to add to the collection and learn more about. So let's just be honest, bro. This is my opinion. I'll go through the room real quick. Why go and spend over $1,000 on a 1911 if you are just trying to learn about it and all of that? I would suggest you go find yourself a good quality one for half that price. Shoot the hell out of it, learn about it, and then if you want 2 years from now, go and upgrade into something else. But I'm also, that guy that I'm looking for value. Like if I can get value for half the price, it's going to run the same way. Why would I spend twice as much just to have that brand? That to me, I don't. But hey, you do it. It's your gun. I'm not trying to tell you how to do it. But 223 DMR, what's up, homie? That's just me. I think that if you're just adding one to the collection to try it out and have fun with it, then yeah, there's a lot of options out there that are sub $500, sub $400, to be honest with you, that are a quality. He's back. All right, so Clove, we're talking 1911s for Chicago. Mike, he's looking to get a 1911 because he wants to add one to the collection just to kind of learn about and all of that. I know you put out an Untouchable video today. Can you kind of paraphrase some of that stuff for Mike so he knows kind of what you're talking about? Obviously, go check out Clover's video, Mike. But
paraphrase what?
Paraphrase the Untouchable so far, like the video you put out there.
First
impressions of the Untouchable.
Oh, it's awesome. Government model 1911 with a awesome finish and modern sights and
better trigger, which is kind of hard to be.
I wouldn't say it was a better trigger. It's on par with government 1911s, and yeah, I wouldn't say it's
Island does make a good 1911. Unfortunately, you might be sitting that, huh?
I said, yeah, till you get a bent frame.
And we know someone who's been keeping in touch with us that had to send one back to them for a bent frame. So yeah.
from their factory.
This is not secondhand. This is straight, a brand new firearm. Am I saying that Rock Island? Hey, you know what? Of all the stuff that Rock Island puts out, and I'm going to say this in front of Chase. Chase knows this. Of all the stuff that Rock Island puts out, their 1911s are probably their best product.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
That said, it's still a Rock Island product. So you are getting what and that's what I'm talking about. For the same price, or maybe just a little bit more than you're going to pay for the Rock Island, you can go into an Untouchable and have tenfold better value and quality for just a little bit more money,
And Rock Island has gotten worse over the years. I want to be really clear about that. I was 15 years ago, I would have been sitting here singing praises of Rock Island, but they've added more products to their lineup, and it seems like as they've added more products to their lineup, the quality across the board has dropped.
Yeah,
for sure. I would say, for personal experience and knowing the kind of inner workings of the industry, like I sold a ton of Rock Islands back in the day. I've owned Rock Islands. Modern Rock Islands do not compare to the old guns by far. Clover's right on that one. I had one. That was the first 1911 I ever bought, like over the counter, bought myself. Was potentially a Rock Island GI model to upgrade it so I could basically learn how to work on a 1911.
Had you asked me that question even probably 5, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, not 15, but probably 5, 6, 7 years ago, there'd still be a lot of people that would have told you Rock Island 1911 for your first one, but there's so many more models out there. There's so many more 1911s that are going to be so much better for just a little bit more money, just a little bit. Marcus out there says, go the high power. You can't go wrong with either one. It depends on what you're looking for. You're looking for a double stack 9mm, or you're looking for that 1911, There's a reason why those two designs 100 years later are still incredibly relevant. And oh, by the way, still winning Gun of the Year awards, aren't they, Chase?
Some of those might do that. I've heard. You've
heard rumors that a high power design won Gun of the Year last year.
It's crazy how that works. So somebody an award next month or something. I don't know.
And there's going to be another announcement at NRAM, is there not?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I've heard rumors. I don't know for sure, but I've heard rumors.
If you're going to be in Dallas on Friday at NRAM, you might want to stop by the EAA booth. Just saying.
I wouldn't stop by like between 11:30 and 1 Friday. It's probably a bad time, but if you're around, I want to check.
You swing by.
Yeah.
Do some window shopping. Mike said, I didn't know Browning had 1911s. Don't judge me. So here's the thing, bro. I'm not going to judge you. There's a lot of jokes that a lot of people are going to talk shit and will say something to you. And I'm one of those people, typically. Not tonight, bro. So John Moses Browning designed the 1911 and the high power.
What you sold to Colt.
Yeah. So Colt produced it just like FN produced the high power. But Browning designed both of those. John Moses Browning designed both of those. So Browning, the gun company, did not come out with the 1911s.
Yeah, right.
Browning sold the design to Colt, which became the 1911.
Caveat, they make 22s and 380s that are quote-unquote 1911s.
That's true.
But they're not really 1911s.
Their 22s are made in Germany. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Are they really?
Like with all the other 22 1911s. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all made in Germany.
Yeah.
So
basically,
all that.
Yeah. Basically, they're Walther.
Yeah. I've got to say,
and we're definitely not judging. We very easily could judge you and make fun of you, Mike, and you probably deserve it. But this particular time, no. I mean, you may not have known that Browning was the designer of those, and not the company Browning, the man John Moses Browning. So,
what to say for Colt? You can't confuse Colt with what I mean with the company, because that's the same way.
Yeah, Samuel Colt. Yeah, for sure.
Just go do 5-minute Google search on John Moses Browning. You'll see all the wonderful things that man gave us.
So let's just be honest. I mean, like, I personally, man, I'm not going to say it's not close because there's been. Is John Moses Browning? I would definitely say he's the most prolific and the best American gun designer, but is he the best gun designer ever? It's tough.
Yeah, probably.
He's in that conversation, yes. Right? He's in that conversation of the top 2 or 3 anywhere in the world ever, right? He's got to be.
He spanned 2 centuries, technically speaking. He came out with the lever gun, the pump action shotgun, and then moved on into the automatic shotgun and the belt feds and the 1911. I mean, the man had made
a lot of first
stuff.
A lot of first.
Lever action shotgun, pump action shotgun, semi-auto shotgun, belt feds. The dude's the GOAT, like hands down. He is the Jordan.
We talk about this right now. You know, the big craze in the last 20, 30 years of the gun industry is the double stack 9mm. All these Glocks, all these MMPs, all of these P320s, all of these, the standard now is a double stack 9mm.
Literally our entire industry as far as handguns goes, 85% of it uses a Browning locking design.
That's right. You have to go back to the early 20s.
Well,
in Browning's last design, or the last design that was actually, taken and used, was the High Power, which was the first double stack 9mm. So that's the godfather of what most of our industry is right now. Go ahead.
Let's be fair, because I had a conversation with Logan about this. Actually, High Caliber history for those that don't know.
Yeah. And I say this in the best way, the biggest gun nerd you ever known, but in a good way.
Oh, if you want a firearms expert, I mean, he is that level. But anyway, I had this exact conversation with him about a week ago. So there were some things I didn't realize with Browning. He gets a lot of credit, and he should, because he did the rough draft essentially of the High Power. And he obtained patents on the High Power. He passed away, and there was a Belgian gunsmith, I want to say, with FN, and I can't pronounce his name to save my life.
That's correct.
But the double stack mechanism portion and some other refinements of the High Power, could be argued or contributed more to that guy. Now, without Browning's initial design to feed off of and work off of, do we get to that point? And I don't know.
Yeah. No, I from what I understand, the idea of the double stack was Browning's, but I don't think he ever got to the point of making it real. Does that make sense?
Not production level refinement.
A working model, if you will.
Yeah, the Belgians finished it out.
Yeah. Suave finished it, and then he also
That's it. Yeah.
He also created the FAL, so the guy knew what he was doing a little bit.
Oh yeah.
No shit. Yeah. But yeah, it's one of those things where we're talking about High Powers in 1911s right now in 2024 for the better part of an hour. And both those designs are over 100 years old.
I mean, think about it.
That tells you right now,
if you're a casual gun person, if you're gun Amish, whatever, it doesn't matter. I guarantee
that needs to be a t-shirt or a patch. Gun Amish. Wow. They're no longer FUDs. They're gun Amish.
Well, it's true. But you've heard of a staccato. Everybody has now. A double stack 1911.
Yeah.
It's 2024. It's literally a double stack 1911. It's a 120-year-old design we're still talking about.
Yeah. And the fact that it took 113 years for the, we'll say it came out a few years ago. It took over 100 years to get the double stack 1911.
Oh, let's go down this road.
Why? Yeah. Because it wasn't necessary yet.
Well, does the double stack staccato exist without pair ordnance?
Oh, probably not. No.
Or STI or
STI,
or Infinity back in the day.
Any of the ones that came after. Yeah. Any of the ones that came after. Yeah.
Staccato knew how to really snazzily market this. Let's all be real.
I would say let's be honest. Staccato's not what people think Staccato is. They are phenomenal at marketing.
They are. They're great. They're good guns. They're fantastic at marketing, but that's what they are. They're a marketing company that happens to sell guns.
Yep.
Wasn't Staccato an offshoot of STI?
Yeah.
They bought STI.
I think they were bought by STI. I don't think they're.
No, Staccato bought STI when STI got in financial trouble.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay, but I don't think they were like an offshoot. They were two separate companies. Yeah,
it's like some of the guys from STI or
and whatever happened to Para's design?
Remington ruined that for everybody.
Is that what Remington? Is that a Remington thing? Okay, I couldn't remember who it was.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember who got that. So
Remington acquired Para, and it changed from Para Ordnance to Para USA. And they were absolute trash after that.
But I didn't know who owned it. Like I wasn't sure who bought them. I didn't know it was Remington. So yeah,
because they were Canada, North Carolina, they just killed the brand.
Yeah, because they were absolute trash. Remington shelved it pretty shortly. So if you've got Para USA stuff, I mean, there is a little bit of collectability, I think, to that.
They tried to salvage it with those Remington double stacks, Remington branded ones, and they were even worse.
They did, yeah. But then you've got the sell-off, the most recent sell-off of Remington, and I don't know where Para went.
That's what I was going to ask you. That was my next question. It's is Para still around enough to be part of that mass sale, or
it would have had to have been IP?
The designs at least have to be someone's now, right?
They were absorbed into the Remington Arms.
Remington Arms. Okay, so who
I
got
think
the Remington Arms side of it? Let me see
the guy, the former CEO of Freedom.
Yeah, DRC.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So when they dissolved Para, it turned into Remington handguns, and this it's all part of RemArm now.
Okay.
Para ceases to exist, but Remington owns.
But the designs are there. Everything's there. Yeah. It's just not Para. Okay.
No, Remington owns all that, and they won't give it up because it's Remington.
Real quick, Mad Dog 8148 out there. What's your take on the Beretta Squalo? I've never shot the Beretta Squalo. I don't know. I may go look that up. Anyone know what the hell that is?
It's a 92 variant.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Holy shit! It's a $1,300 variant. Yeah, probably not.
It's the new semi-custom Beretta 92X enhanced, basically.
I have to assume if it's a 92X variant, I have to imagine that, the 92X is a good gun, and you'd have to imagine that they're going to upgrade some of the parts in that to make it $1,300 92. I haven't shot one yet, but I would have to maybe say it's probably good if you're a 92 fan. But I wouldn't pay $1,300 for a 92 variant. The only thing that I'd be willing to do at $1,300 is the Marine Corps M9 that Clover has.
It shoots
nice. And he wouldn't even sell me that one. He was only looking for a trade.
You've got
single action. I bet you that trigger is amazing if it's single action. I would imagine it's probably pretty impressive. I've never shot one.
Trey, I shot one.
Yeah, and it's good.
Yeah, it's good. I shot it at the gathering.
Okay.
I didn't know it was the Squalo. I thought it was just another 92X. It shoots like a 92 with a real smooth single action trigger. That's all.
Better trigger.
Yeah, it's the one that JJ had all the videos of lately and all that.
Oh, JJ shooting it?
Yeah.
Oh. Is he a Beretta guy now?
He's been Beretta for a few years now.
Oh, really? Huh.
He'll be at NRAM, I'm sure.
Huh?
He'll be at NRAM, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
They're all.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I never shot it, so I can't give you. I think probably John. Are you the only one? Clover, Kyle, Chase, anybody else have experience with this gun?
I picked it up and played with it, but I haven't shot one.
Okay. How you like the feel of it?
It feels good. It feels like a really tuned 92X. Trigger was really nice in it. A single action trigger is nice. It's just, it's another tuned 92.
Yeah, he said the grip is nice, very tacky too. He says Claire's magwell. I'm assuming you mean flared magwell. I think that's kind of where most guns are going these days, are the flared magwells. That's just.
Here's the thing, though. Flared magwell So you take a 92, right? Let's take a 92.
Like an FS, like a regular 92 FS?
And do some tweaks. Easy 92s are super easy to do that with.
Sure.
You know, do the trigger job, grips are a nothing burger, magwell, nothing burger, right?
Yeah, sure.
Now, and look how much money you've saved. And then now take that to the next level and go with something like a Gerson Regard and do the trigger and do the grips and do the magwell, right? Like, I just can't get over the price hike for let's tweak a few little things.
No, I get it. I get it. Trust me. There's a lot of stuff, like you said, a couple $100 maximum and about 3 or 4 hours of wrench work, if you want to call it that, can get a 92 FS into that same gun.
Well, Beretta's getting smoked in the low end market.
Like, well, sure they are.
Without a doubt, because if you take, and I'm a 92 fan, I own variants, many of different ones of different brands and variants. So it's not like I'm a hater and I don't own anything Beretta. At one time, that's all you could get, right? Well, you get the Taurus after a little bit, but the Berettas, to me, bone stock 92s, like the Taurus and the Gersons are better. Yeah, they're just better. And so why would they not? Why would they not, instead of, hey, let's make a $1,400 handgun here? Why would they not go the opposite route and go, hey, we're getting our butt kicked on the lower end. Let's figure out some way to deal with that.
Well, one, they're Italian, so you can't tell them anything.
This is true. I don't know how in the world I forgot
honest to God, let's be honest. That's probably over half of it. Let's just be honest.
We'll have discussions about some of the things about them I know not in public. It would make you go, for real, like the oldest gun maker, blah blah blah. Seriously, but I mean, don't be wrong. I'm a Beretta. I own several Berettas. I like Berettas. I'm not knocking Beretta at all, but they just do things that are just insane because Beretta USA would do things a lot different if they could, but they're not allowed.
They
to.
just can't.
That's the bottom line.
To. Yeah. So and I think for me, it would be interesting. This would be an interesting conversation to have within the multi-personalities in my mind. So I might have this later on tonight with myself. I think most people know that the reason why my affinity for the 92s out there is because that's how I learned to shoot pistols in the Marine Corps, was the M9. And a lot of Marine Corps people, especially the old school guys, like Desert Storm guys, hated the 92. Well, they're also trying to use the 92 in the fucking desert. Let's just be honest, nothing in the desert is going to be great. But I will say that my love for the 92 comes from that. Had that not been my first experience with a pistol, I like a 92. I don't know if I would like the 92 as much. If a Glock 19 is what I learned to shoot on, or a 17 or something like that. I don't know. So I'm always going to defend a 92 because of what it means to me personally. I do think it's a good design. I do like the way it feels, but I think a lot of my value that I hold for the 92 is more personal for that. And I think Kyle would probably, maybe, I don't know if you'd agree with that or not, but I think that's why a lot of us enjoy the 92. Is for some of us, that was the first pistol we ever shot. For me, it was,
Absolutely.
Wasn't the first one I shot, but I do have a special affinity for that gun because of its service sidearm.
Absolutely. For me, it literally was the first pistol I ever shot. Like, it was. That's how I literally learned how to shoot handguns, was with the 92. So
from a non-military standpoint, first of all, the service firearm, and like I said, I'm a big fan of the 92. The service firearm side, much like the 1911, right? That's appealing.
Yep, absolutely.
But then look at just the profile, the silhouette of a 92 is unique. Like,
it is, and it's very recognizable.
Yeah, it is.
Like
And
when you
then,
see it 92, oh, that's 92.
and then throw in pop culture of the 80s, early 90s, even into today, of course, but especially throw it up in like
if you were watching movies in the 80s into
It
the
had a
early 90s, but if it was in the 80s, you're gonna have a 92. Like
Oh, yeah.
Lethal Weapon. When I think 92, you think Lethal Weapon, right? Or when you think Lethal Weapon guns, you think 92. Well, see, yes, you do, but for me, it's not the 92 that I think of Die Hard. It's the quote unquote MP5. But yeah, I mean, like the 80s guns, that the 92 was 80s. Like that's what it was for sure.
Let's all be honest. Chuck Norris, man. Everybody thinks Walker Texas Ranger immediately when you see a 92, 96 family.
But that was a Taurus.
Was it really?
Yeah.
It was a Taurus, but nobody knows that.
Yeah, nobody knows that. But
I didn't know that. That was a PT 92.
Yeah,
that's why it was a high.
No shit.
That high polish on it because Beretta the Inox was a matte.
I did not know that. Interesting. Huh. See, you learn something new every day, folks. You learn something new. The 92 is a movie gun and a goat
firearms
gun.
database.
Yeah, IMFDB.
Yep. I know people are going to hang me
for
this.
Or pause it and pay attention. That works too.
Well, so there's two things. You can say what you want to out there about me. I've heard it all before. I promise you, there's nothing that you can say to me that I haven't heard in my life. I'm not a huge Chuck Norris fan, and I'm really not a Walker Texas Ranger fan. I honestly don't know if I've ever watched a complete episode ever of Walker Texas Ranger. Ever. A complete episode at one time. I don't think I ever have. I know. I just, and there's nothing wrong with Chuck Norris, but
he's a Glock man now, so it doesn't matter.
He is Glock man. But yeah, I don't know. The best role that I've ever seen him in was a couple cameos in Expendables. Oh, Clove, did I tell you I watched the first 3 Expendables? Did I ever tell you that?
Did you finally watch them?
I did. Well, I told you I was going to watch them while Yoko was gone out of town.
3? There's only 3, isn't there?
No, there's 4. I haven't watched the new one yet. But I watched the first 3. By the way, if you want to watch the Expendables and you have HBO Max I think it's just called Max now. The first 3 are on Max. At least they were last month.
The fourth came down during Clover's very traumatic experience with Barn, so that's why he doesn't know. That's
very true.
Oh, I knew it. I knew there was a 4. I knew there was a newer one, but I didn't. I was
no, which one? Yeah, the fourth one's one that came out like a year ago or something like that, wasn't it? A couple years ago, something like that.
Yeah,
but I haven't seen it. I've only watched the first 3, and I watched those while Yoko was gone. So
don't feel bad. I haven't watched the John Wick, and I get crucified for that.
You're dead to me. Just kidding.
I know.
Well, I haven't watched the newest Expendables yet. So
oh yeah,
I'm looking forward to it because Statham supposedly is starting to take the reins. It's kind of the premise for the franchise or whatever.
Well, I mean, you can kind of see a transition at the end of the third one, anyways. You know.
Yeah.
Damn trannies.
Did I miss something? What?
Ooh, what?
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 What? Ooh, why? It was my mistake by saying transition, so that's on me. I'll take that hit. Chicago Mike says, you know what, at this point I'm not going to get into our topic. We'll do that next week because it's a doozy and we'd be on here for an hour, so I'm enjoying the conversation. Mike the Shooter says, so at this point CZ Shadow and tactical sports don't matter at this point. 92 and Gerson regards will always win, especially for competition shooting. Okay, so I think that you're a little high right now. No offense to Chase. 2 things.
I mean, I was responsible for Tanfolio in this country for like 30 years, just saying.
I get it, but here's the thing. Why would anyone be shooting 92s in competition?
Unless you're JJ Racaza.
JJ's the world champion. He can do whatever the fuck he wants to do. I don't think he was shooting a 92 when he won the world championship the first time.
No,
I'm just going to say that.
He's shooting USPSA with this stuff now. He's not shooting Steel Challenge.
Correct. So that said, once again, unless you're getting hella paid, which JJ, great shooter, hung out with him last year at the Marine Party a little bit. I think Kyle was there when JJ showed up. But like I said, if you're shooting a 92 in competition without being paid heavily for it, then you're just setting yourself up to lose. I'm just going to be honest with you.
The last
but I would not put a CZ Shadow. I would not say that a 90. No offense, Chase. I love you, man. But the regard is not going to hold a candle to a CZ Shadow in competition.
Or Tanfolio.
Or a Tanfolio, yeah.
There's a reason that if you look across most, for years and years and years and years, be it Tanfolio or be it CZ, all your top-level production shooters and even most of your limited shooters all shot some version of a CZ design.
Yep. Chicago says he would, Ghost. Well, you know what? You can. And you're going to probably get run pretty hard.
Oh, you're going to get smoked.
The last
Smoke
couple
harder,
man.
harder than that
Let's just be
blunt
honest.
Mike has right now. Yeah.
The last couple pistol champions have shot Canik. Have won with the rival because Nils just won with the rival not so long ago.
Okay, so he's shooting a Walther P99.
Not the same division, though, is it? It can't
I
be.
think it's open.
A highly modified Walther P99, sir.
Highly modified, yes. Yeah. No, I mean, love the 92. It's not a competition gun. Mad Dog saying that the competition, the Squallow or whatever, however you say it, is for competition. Okay. I don't know.
It could be for competition. Doesn't mean you're going to win.
Correct.
We're talking about the Italians, and since, I am a rather large Scuderia Ferrari fan, there's 10 teams in Formula One, but only 2 have a prayer of ever winning a race. So you can build something for competition, and you can show up. Don't mean you're going to win or have a chance.
That's right. So they're easy to shoot with and reloading mags in production. Hey, man, I'm never going to tell anybody what they should shoot or shouldn't shoot in competition. Shoot whatever you want. Have fun with it. If it gets you out to shoot, then damn it, shoot the 92 all day long.
I mean, you could bring a Hellcat to an IMSA race, but you're not going to win.
I shot. It was not fun. And I got smoked, but I shot an IDPA. This is probably 8-9 years ago. I shot an IDPA match with my Smith & Wesson Shield. So you can shoot competition whatever the hell you want. You're going to get smoked.
Dude, we used to do that for real. Like, in all seriousness, like, go to USPSA matches.
This is before they had the bug gun, the bug division. No one would shoot a shield, No,
we used to have squads that would get together, like buddies, just for fun at a USPSA match and shoot production rules, and we'd shoot your carry gun.
Yep, that's exactly what we did. We had about 6 of us that said, let's literally shoot what we carry. And at the time, I was carrying the shield, 8-9 years ago, and we did. Some dude, and I got smoked, but I didn't come in last because there was some poor fool that was shooting a Ruger.
Oh, that sucks.
An LCP 380 freaking in competition.
Oh, an LCP.
Good luck with that.
Hey, he could have been shooting a Beretta Nano.
True that.
That's right. He wouldn't have shot it because you can't pull the trigger.
Wow. So, I mean, but yeah, no, and I think that was fun. Like, we all knew we were going to be dead last. Like, the 6 of us we're going to be the last 6 in that match. But it was fun. Like, it was a blast. But we got smoked. That's just the way it is. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying out there, Mike. And like I said, I'm not trying to put you down. Normally, I would make hella fun of you. But I'm not tonight. I'm kinder and gentler right now. Mad Dog says you also need to check out the new Langdon PX4
Yes,
Storm.
you do. Yes, you do.
I'm looking. Well, I'm not looking.
Nobody needs to check that out because it's a PX4.
Bro, it's fantastic.
Shut your mouth. I love a P. I've got a PX4. I love it. Now I've got the subcompact, not the full size, but I'm a fan of the PX4. But I'm not going to go. I haven't shot it in 7 years, probably.
Yeah, because it's not that great.
I mean, there's so much better stuff out there.
The problem with that gun is that gun had a lot of good idea, but it was way too ahead of its time.
It did. Yep.
It had way too much European flair for this group of people in this country.
I think if the PX4 came out today, I think it would have been better received. I also think that the CX4, the carbine, which I have one, I love it. If it had come out in today's market, I think it would have been received a lot better than it was 10 years ago. You know,
it would be received better, one, if it actually accurately shot, and two, they would actually make it where it run a Glock mag, but Beretta will never do that.
Well, no, they want you to have the 92 mags.
Yeah. But even Ruger, acquiesced to that.
Yeah.
I will say this. I am friends with Amy and Ernest Langdon, and Ernest carries a PX4 every day. I've shot their new, tuned up PX4. It is freaking fantastic. Their guns are freaking fantastic too. They tune them, but they are freaking fantastic.
Sure. Yeah. No. Yeah. I have no problem with Langdon. It's just I've got a PX4 that I haven't shot in 7-8 years. I don't.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that. No offense to them, but I don't think that they're going to do something with the PX4 that's going to make me want to start shooting that gun again. You know what I'm saying?
No, I've got a Grandfire copy in 10mm. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
Now that's something special.
That is interesting. But you're special, you know.
Yeah,
you're a special kind of guy.
Special ed.
No, I mean Ernest is.
You said it, not me.
I was going to say Ernest is a nice guy. I mean, I've talked to him several times. We've had conversations. We actually had conversations with him about doing regard stuff a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But that particular platform is just never going to go anywhere. It's just it's too much of an oddball these days.
I agree. Yeah, I agree, and I'm a fan of the PX4. The Storm, I love the Storm. I'm a fan of it, but like I said, I hadn't shot it in 7 or 8 years. Like literally, haven't shot it in 7 or 8 years, and I probably won't shoot it anytime soon. If anybody's looking to pick up a PX4, let me know.
There you go. If anybody wants a Nano, Paul's got a couple of them he'd sell.
Wow. It's so good.
The round count thing, though, like everybody touts all that stuff. People do realize that pretty much all manufacturers do these high round count torture tests.
Yeah,
that's a thing. I mean, HK does twice that, but the VP9 still sucks.
Watch yourself.
Hey, I'm an HK guy. I'm not gonna lie, but there's so much potential on that platform. They're just not doing anything with.
No, I think that when the VP9 came out, it was awesome. Does it hold up over time? No. They do need to do some upgrades to it.
Well, it's an uphill.
I love that gun.
It's also uphill when you come on the heels of the USP too.
I understand.
True story.
I understand. No, that's a valid fact.
I'm not gonna lie, because the USP was my very first carry gun, and I have a very special place in my heart for that.
USP was your first carry gun, really?
Yep. I don't admit what caliber, but
you kind of have to go downhill from there to some extent, you know.
My first carry gun ever was a USP 40 cal. I know.
No,
quickly.
I will say this. If I ever buy a 40 caliber handgun, it will be in a USP. The USP 40 actually isn't bad.
It was not. Gun. It was a compact too, and it was not that bad to shoot at all. But I quickly changed it out at the time for USP 45 because the 45 was just so much easier to shoot.
So I'm thinking about something here. So I'm hearing about this round.
Don't hurt yourself.
30,000 rounds, whatever, 50,000, whatever, without a malfunction. Just the sheer odds that ammo is going to cause a problem.
Mm-hmm.
How do they gauge? Anybody, Chase, chime in, John, maybe? How do you
Kyle,
gauge that?
you-
Oh, there was no malfunctions. Was there really no malfunctions, or there just wasn't anything that's
Any
attributed directly to the
mechanical
firearm?
malfunctions. Yeah.
And
You
then
are
if you get to,
allowed.
if you get to, I'm not finished with my question here. If you get to 29,999 rounds, right? And it hiccups, and it's like, oh crap, we need a little lube, or we need whatever, right? It got dirty from something. Do you completely start over and burn another 30,000 rounds?
Well,
So
Rossborough, hell no.
He said Rossborough. So,
Can
John,
I
back in
finish?
the 80s, there was.
listen, when you all know, when I was at Faxon, I was the one who did all the freaking testing for the FX19. I had to sit there and shoot 15,000 rounds in 1 week, which first off is awful. It sucks. It's not fun. I don't care who you think.
Piggybacking on John, for people who don't understand, these are hand-fired rounds. They're not in a rest. They're not
Right.
in some machine.
Yep.
We
Yep.
sit there and physically all take turns. People get to shoot absolutely insane amounts of ammunition over and over at a random target in a range, and it's not fun. It's not like, oh, this is so awesome. I want to do this for a living. No, you don't. I promise you don't.
No, you don't.
It's not fun.
I put 15,000 rounds through 2 separate FX19s. They got mad at me because I was putting them so close together on the target that I was ripping a hole in the trap.
Stop lying. We all know you're not
No,
that good of a
it's true.
shot, John.
So you are allowed
It's a 7-yard range, man. Hush.
Yeah, 7-yard
okay,
range.
you're
Yeah.
My fault.
So you are allowed a certain number of parts breakages. So that's considered normal wear and tear. So like the firing pin broke at like 12,934 rounds.
Yeah.
And then after that, we replaced the firing pin and then started going from that number. So
Sure.
you're allowed parts breakage because small parts break, but that's built into
So
That's what I'm asking.
Kyle, John, and Chase are all in that. They've been there, done that. I think, and Clover, I'm not going to speak for you, but I'm going to ask this question. When people say 30,000 rounds without malfunctions, is that 100% true?
Sounds like the answer is no.
No.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying.
Now us, I can't speak for anybody else, but I can speak for us. When we do batch testings, or like we do testings of new products, we do batch testing of stuff that comes in that we do. They have to survive a 5,000 round endurance test with no malfunction.
5's way different than 30.
5 is a lot different than 30.
But I mean, we were talking these 15,000, 20,000, 30, 50,000 round endurance tests. It's the endurance of the gun, and you're testing different ammunition types.
Yeah.
A magazine issue that you know is a mag issue doesn't count. Normal wear and tear items don't count. Now, if a firing pin breaks after 2,000 rounds, something needs to be looked at. Or a trigger bar breaks or whatever. But most guns aren't going to survive a 100,000 round endurance test without any kind of stoppage or breakage. It's just not going to happen.
Now, to be fair, Mad Dog, he's also saying the APX, which I love the APX. I'm a big fan of the APX. Okay. I bought that as soon as it came out because it was, for me, like a striker fired, like polymer Beretta. I'm in. I know that sounds weird, but I'm that guy, right? Anyways, he says it went through the military trials with 30,000 plus rounds of zero malfunctions. Well, understand that the first gun off the assembly line wasn't sent to the military trials. The best gun and the best version of the APX that they had ever made was sent to the military trials. So it wasn't like there was one that they just pulled out of a random stack and said, let's send this one. No, they had been testing that gun for years, and they had pretty much, in their eyes, mastered everything. That gun had been through hundreds of thousands of rounds before they sent it to the military trials. I promise you. And
it's not, let's be honest, it's not saying much. The Brazilian military picked it up. Tourists basically can't provide stuff to their own anymore. and a bunch of other countries have embargoes against certain things.
That's what I was going to say. And there's also a lot of bullshit governmental stuff going on in South America, as we know from Bursa and everything else. I mean,
and the APX, don't be wrong, the APX is a good gun. I like it. There's nothing wrong with that gun at all.
I'm a big fan of it. I'm not going to say it's the best gun, but I love that gun. You know.
But dealing with Beretta for years, there's a reason the U.S. military said thanks, but no thanks.
Exactly.
I just find it, I guess, what all of this prompted for me. I find it naive to sit here and think that when somebody talks about a 30,000 round, 50,000, anything,
zero malfunctions,
anything into the 5 digits, right?
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe that doesn't.
Even with the best ammo,
yeah, there's a
grain.
there's definitely I'm sure there's a grain of truth to it. And companies don't intentionally mean to mislead.
And maybe it's major catastrophes or major malfunctions.
How are you even gonna prove that?
Yeah,
Standard third party, you've got somebody else there that vouches you. If you're not standing there watching that happen, and I don't even want to stand there and watch somebody put 30,000 rounds through something, let alone do it.
I'll live stream our next endurance test for you.
Yeah,
right.
So you can watch how much fun that's not.
Seriously, do that. That would be actually kind of, I think this is just me. I think there's a lot of people that would love to see behind the curtain of what happens at some of these.
Do it on Rumble.
Do it on Rumble. Yeah, don't do it on YouTube because that shit will get taken down quickly.
Oh yeah, you have to go to like Rumble, but like everybody drink, but it gets so boring so fast. I'm like, all right, everybody drink every time there's a mag change and see how long it can last.
Cool down period.
That's a thing too. I mean, you can't just go put 10,000 rounds through a barrel without letting it relax a little bit.
Oh no, the engineers got everything drawn up for that.
There's a whole protocol. Like you fire the gun with I think it's like 2 to 3 mags of 15 rounds. Then you stick in a fan, cool down the barrel, pull the fan out, do the same thing over and over and over again. You let the barrel cool down. Yeah. But what is a malfunction? Like small part breakage is not considered a malfunction. It's
a misfeed.
Yeah,
I mean that could be anything.
Yeah.
Failure to extract is that a malfunction? Technically, it's a malfunction, but is it a malfunction when you talk about the testing of a firearm? Because that's probably ammo driven.
And like John alluded to, there's different types of ammunition and different types of mags out there too. And usually, if you have a malfunction like that, you'll just swap the mag or swap the ammo, see if the same thing can repeat itself, and then you'll document.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you have an engineer out there with you, and that sorry bastard has to watch you like put all these rounds.
Now, does he get to shoot, or does he just have to observe?
Oh, they're more than welcome to shoot.
Okay. That would suck if he couldn't shoot.
Yeah.
Hold on, y'all had engineers. I was out there by my damn self.
Yeah, no, it's just.
What do you mean, engineer?
Yeah, we have like the engineers in QA, and they do video.
Whoa! Somebody out there quickly take care of this fucker.
I saw that shit. I just ignored it.
I don't want that. I'm not on the YouTube side. I need someone to take down that shit now.
Oh.
And boot his ass now.
There you go.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Fuck him.
I thought you were talking about the Glock Club.
No. I don't give a shit about that. I'll talk. I'll have fun with that. I ain't gonna have fun with that other stuff.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Mike crossed the line, my friend.
You didn't know how much of a Glock Club guy I was, did you? Oh shit! No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I had to take care of that shit quickly.
No, absolutely. We had John said, we shoot them ourselves, but we have. In Turkey, when we're doing all this stuff, they have engineers and QA and all that. That's all they do is shoot that stuff, watch it, document it, rinse, repeat. And we bring it over here, and then we do our own testing here. Yeah, so it's double verified. Yeah. And if y'all want to have fun, the next time I got to shoot a bunch of shotguns, just come on down.
Oh no!
If you really want the experience,
it was funny. I was talking with Adam a couple months ago, and he went out and did some Tokarev. I think he put 1,000 rounds through one of the Tokarevs for some testing, and I don't give a shit. 1,000 rounds of 12 gauge, that's going to make that next day feel pretty bad. Let's just be honest. I don't care who you are.
Oh, bro, it's real fun. Good. Real fun when you get to test turkey loads, duck loads, heavy pheasant loads, buckshot, slugs. Get that how much. It's a great day.
Yeah. Now, Defense Dad says the idea of watching someone shoot 30,000 rounds makes my credit card need an ice pack. True. The good thing is for the manufacturers, either I don't know, is this ammo, like, do you guys have deals with some of the ammo companies for testing, or at the worst part, you can write that off though, right?
You get a little better price, but it ain't that much better.
Okay.
Ammo just sucks across the board for all of us now.
Yeah. But you can write that off, can you not?
We write it off as like testing and all that stuff, but you only do so much.
Yeah,
it still hurts. You got to pay for it.
I know. Yeah,
I'll tell you one thing: you want to work on your form, just go test. Do one.
Well, that's true, I guess.
That's true.
Or you can galvanize really bad form over 30,000 rounds.
Oh yeah,
you do. I know, because me and John have talked about it. I know they did, but like when y'all were testing, Kyle, do you do like random like offhand shooting or just goofy grips that people will do and all that?
Oh yeah, we even let it ride sideways on occasion.
That's what I'm saying. Like we've done sideways, upside down, all that crazy stuff.
Kill shot it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Throw the bullet.
There you go.
Did I tell you our funny testing story?
You've never said anything funny, so probably not.
So you're shooting so many rounds, right? Eventually, there's like a bunch of burnt gunpowder on the floor that you sweep up. Well, the owner's son brought in his Mosin over the weekend and shot one of the steel Mosin rounds into the trap. And so while I was shooting, my projectiles were hitting the steel, and it caused a spark to come out. And I had to run real fast to grab the fire extinguisher because the unburnt powder went up. Oh, yeah. Luckily, it wasn't a lot, but it was enough to pucker for the day.
Oh, that would scare the shit out of you for sure.
But like, if you've ever seen, I think it was one of the ones in Poland or somebody was testing one of the AK. I think it was the guys who make the Draco. They were testing and they had the same thing happen, and their whole range went up.
Really?
Like that is one of the things you have to worry about when you test inside.
Yeah, that would scare the shit out of you.
It really scared the shit out of me because there was like millions of dollars worth of
we don't like to talk about fires around Clover, John. So I really appreciate your discretion of talking about fires in front of Clover. I'm just saying.
Well, I was training myself to, be very discreet about this.
I see what you did there.
You like that? Canic is taking over Glock with marketing. Dude, you are smoking so much shit. I love you, Mike, but either you're trying to jazz people up or you're the most ignorant person I know. Canic is not taking over Glock in anything. Maybe quality of guns, but sure on the marketing side. Like Adam's marketing budget for Canic. Like I know Adam, and I can guarantee his marketing budget ain't a fraction, a tenth of a fraction of Glocks. So,
but they got Taryn now.
That's not a good thing.
Taryn's your boy. It's
Let's be honest. That's not a good thing. What's that, Chase?
I said, "Come on now, Taryn's everybody's boy. That's if you ride with Taryn, you're going to be good at the top. Come on, we all know that."
Good Lord.
They should have a model called the Precious.
That would be so good. I know one person that would buy it just to blow it up.
Yeah.
I had to. If not, I'd buy it and send it to her just to see her blow that up. But then again, you know, she's. I don't think they're married yet, but if he did that, Rudy would go to his house in the middle of the night and fuck some shit up.
Yeah, I could
He's
answer.
not stupid enough to do that.
No, that
Do
question.
you want
Mad
to do
Dog
that
just
with
posted,
Mad Dog? You want to answer? I was going to see if you wanted to answer that or not.
It's simple, man. It's no different than Glock importing something over from Austria, where we're importing something over from Turkey. Is I can produce something in an ISO certified facility at a much cheaper cost of labor, bring it over here and pass it on to the American consumer. So yes, it's not made in America, and I understand that. I'm a big proponent of American-made stuff, but I also like a lot of other European-made things that cost more than the American-made stuff
because of labor costs. And it's not.
Because of labor
let's be
costs.
honest. You've told me, I've never been over there, but I mean, I know that you've told me that the factories over in Turkey are amazing.
Yeah, not all of them, but all the good ones. Us,
The ones that you're using, and you're still able to get quality firearms for a cheaper price, and most of that is labor costs. Is that not true?
Absolutely. It's an ISO certified facility, just like anything here in the U.S. It would be a government supplier. It's all brand new state-of-the-art CNC. It rivals anything we have, but because of the simple labor cost and the exchange rate, I can build a extremely quality firearm and sell it here at a much more aggressive price point.
I can't let this one go by, guys. I'm sorry. I can't let it go by. I hope to God your kid doesn't go to band camp. That's all I got to say. Can't let, I have to mention this. I bought a $1,300 flute for his kid today. Don't send that kid to band camp with a flute. Just saying. If you know, then you know. Little American pie there. No, I think that's what a lot of it comes down to. And this whole made in the USA thing. I mean, I want to buy made in the USA stuff all I can, but like I've seen it here in Arkansas. You know, a few years ago they passed a state law that the minimum wage in Arkansas is $11. It's not a huge amount, but it went from $7 to $11 overnight. And you're telling me that cost of goods aren't going to be affected by a $4 an hour rate? Just a $4 an hour rate. You're paying 3 times as much than you are in Turkey, probably, are you not?
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like you run a business, you understand. Like when the cost of labor goes up, the cost of goods, cost of services.
We're not going to. No offense to the consumer, I'm not going to eat those cost differences. I'm going to pass those on to you guys. No offense, you know.
Sig Sauers are all made in the USA now because Sig Germany no longer exists. And also, Mike, if you get a globe, Turkey is right next to a lot of sandy countries, so they do work in the desert.
Chase, do you guys have to pay that 15% tax?
The what?
The finished goods tax on guns. You guys have to pay that?
No.
Kyle does, though.
Yeah, Kyle does.
Pay the import. Kyle does.
I pay the import duties. Now, we do have to pay more. You do have to do something different in excise tax for like the German guns we import that you have to physically finish in the U.S. That's different. But we don't pay the like American produced fully that extra 15%, which is basically more TTB crap.
How many parts does there have to be that are American now?
Like if you bring something over and make it, to make it compliant, what is it? 9 parts now, 11 parts.
Was it 9? Okay, I wasn't sure what it went up a couple years ago, but I don't remember.
Don't quote me on it now. It's 9 or 11. I have to go back and look at the reg now.
Yeah,
we're not doing any of that.
But you're not doing that. You're not saying it's American made, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 hours and 7 minutes. We can go on for a while. Like I said, I'm sorry to get to the topic. It's a good. Oh, go ahead, Clover. Yeah, shit. He's been quiet for a while. It was nice. Sorry.
I know the 922 compliance. That's what y'all are talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it's 11. It's no more.
It's
You can't
11?
have any more. You can't have any more than 10. And there's a list of parts, but you can't have any more than 10 that are foreign produced.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. I knew it was. I think it was. I thought I was right in saying it moved up to 11, but I couldn't remember, and I hadn't messed with it long enough.
It was a couple years ago that it went up to 11, was it not? Maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
And what's funny is how people twist that. So it's worth throwing this out there because Chase and I know they've had this conversation. So I've got the Gerson MC312, right? The shotgun, for example. And I put the tube extension on it, 870. For those that don't know the newer models, 870 tube extension on it. And I got comments that were like, oh, it's not 922 compliant anymore. You can't modify. And I'm like, it's a U.S. I put a U.S. made part. 922 has to do with the foreign number of foreign parts. Like
you can have more than 11, but you have to have at least 11. Doesn't mean you can't only have 11.
The magazine tube extension isn't one of those weird restricted parts. Like if you're doing a Benelli M4 trying to make it a short barrel and collapsible stop and all that.
922 compliance also has to do with importing something into the country, not like I bought something retail and now I put some accessory on.
Are you telling me that people making comments on the internet aren't always up to speed? You're kidding me.
922 has always been one of them things for years that people just get wrong. It's just it's horrible.
It's like the NFA. They all know everything. They don't know nothing.
Yeah.
All right, real quick,
hey,
Kyle.
Sig,
yo.
I was gonna say, look, if I saw a comment out there, I was like,
there's a bunch of Sig talk out there. Yeah,
Sig are delightful people. You just gotta know who to talk to.
Mm-hmm. It's all about who you talk to. All about.
I tried to help. Obviously, he didn't take my advice.
It's who you know, not who you talk to in a booth at a random show. Let's be honest. A lot of people by the bigger companies, they hire talent for the week to stand in their booth. They probably don't even. That dude probably didn't even work for SIG.
Or he was some rep.
Yeah. Once again, not working for SIG,
And especially at NRA, that's especially true. Like SHOT, that's why we always say get the SHOT.
Different. That's an industry thing,
But NRA, there's many companies that I've worked with that there ain't a freaking soul that I know in their booths at NRA. They farm it out to reps and stuff every single year.
They said they won't take an interview of an iPhone. I find that to be false, as I know many people that have done interviews with them with iPhones.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, you got to talk to the right person.
Maybe a couple on this panel.
Just saying.
You just have to be the right people.
It's all about the approach.
That's right. My high quality cell phone is going to shoot the same quality as a high quality camera. 4K is 4K, baby. I've never taken a high quality camera, and I've never been turned down for anything.
On the iPhone, you got to hit that HDR button.
Well, my when I go to a show, I preset like all my camera stuff to Ultra HD, so I don't have to worry about that. But iPhones, if you have to make another step to do that on iPhone, then that's why you shouldn't use an iPhone.
I'm bringing a camcorder this year.
Do that. Huh?
I'm gonna bring a camcorder and film with Kyle.
The camcorder,
yes.
It's got to have the separate. It's got to have the separate VCR thing.
Yeah, you're gonna have the VCR in the bag on one side and the camera wired to it on the other side.
And then the battery pack
has the VCR tape in it. It can't record directly. It's got to go to the VCR on the other shoulder.
Handheld microphone.
I'll give him to him. He can figure out if he can figure out how to duct tape that microphone to the camcorder. I'll give him that.
Backpack external battery.
For real.
Yeah. Like go to a pawn shop somewhere. I'm sure somebody's got like a 1980s
eBay.
RCA.
I guarantee eBay's got one.
You got to do it. You have to do it now. That's the only way you're getting an NRA interview.
Research coming in.
eBay.com. Stand by for the standby. Talk amongst yourselves. VCR cam.
Hey, we've already got leisure suits because of eBay. Just saying. Yeah, if y'all want to see the surprise Friday, you definitely need to stop by out there. The 1970s will be showing.
Wow. A Panasonic, vintage Panasonic PV200 VHS Omnivision camcorder. You can buy it for $23.99.
Bro,
Just
yes.
saying. It's so, even if it doesn't work, it's worth to have it.
It's
And you
got
have
the
to
Omnivision.
You got to have a beeper on your belt and a bag.
No,
phone.
beepers weren't around back then. But you gotta wear the members only jacket with the OP shorts and old man socks with the Velcro tennis shoes.
Oh God!
Like
yes.
if you're gonna go, then let's go. And don't put it past me to do that. I might come up with that outfit.
I'm gonna leave that up to you because, yeah, no.
Well, I know what we're all wearing to goals.
Oh, please do.
I think we all need to show up to goals in our 80s member. We need members only jackets. Faux shizzle.
Let's hit up the Knoxville Goodwill as soon as we get there, boys. See what we can come up with.
Hey,
Can't see all in the cigar lounge.
There's
There's
some
sitting there.
Give me 20 minutes. There's some like kids in a sweatshop in China somewhere that will embroider our names on them. Hold on.
oh, for sure. There might be some Chinese kids in America that would do it.
Hey, can mine say K Sizzle?
Hey, you can make it say whatever you want, baby.
Okay, John's
Sizzle.
saying Jinja for real now.
Jinja with an A. Jinja.
Yeah, Jinja.
MC Jinja.
Yeah. Go Jinja, go Jinja,
go Jinja, go.
You don't get that reference. We can't be.
And Clover's is going to be Black Clover, and only people on this panel know what I say when I say Black Clover. Clover's is going to be Black Clover.
I'm going to show up to goals. You guys are going to have these things. You're going to make me put it on, and I can just see the conversation now with Eric.
Oh, we're going to clear it through Kaylee and get her on board. Kaylee's going to force you because she's going to be on board with this. She's going to be involved in the decision.
I will literally tell all the board at GOA, like, look, do you want my money? Do you want me to continue coming to goals?
Then Ginger's got to wear this jacket. Yes.
It's for PR.
It's for PR. How dedicated are you to the Gun Owners of America, John?
Yeah, all you put on the back here is ask me about my PR.
They asked me to dress up like the Minuteman for a basketball game on Sunday. And
chop,
I said,
chop,
no.
chop.
Please, John.
That's not dressing up. You dress up like a Minuteman every day.
That's true. That's fact.
Being a Minuteman and dressing up like a Minuteman is two different things, Chase. I'll give him that.
That's true.
Being a Minuteman doesn't necessarily mean you have to dress up. Because typically when he becomes a Minuteman, he's not wearing anything. Hot yoga, it is what it is.
Did you just say something bad about my Ford Ranger?
No, I said that's why you bought your Ford freaking Ranger.
Ford freaking Ranger.
Minuteman.
God. We have gone way off. This is usually we need to go to the after chat. I'll just say that. Chase, I'll let you go first. What you got going on EAA? I know you got some announcements coming up in the next few weeks at NRAM.
Yep, come see us at NRAM.
What's going on?
All kinds of new goodies at the NRAMs. Some sneak peeks, a couple new things coming out. It's gonna be a good time. All the new stuff's doing pretty well so far this year. Obviously, we've been talking about the Untouchables and influencers, and we've done some stuff on the MC Nights, disruptors. Yeah. You know, keep on.
So what you're saying? So what you're saying, Chase, is everybody out there will get to see everything but Wayne LaPierre. That's what I'm hearing.
Pretty much, yeah.
Maybe like a cheap version of Wayne. Isn't that right, Chase?
Well, I asked if I could have a blow-up doll dressed up like him, and I was told no. Emphatically no. I can't imagine why.
Well, if somebody
that would be so good.
But if somebody happened to have like a printout of his face and a blow-up doll and a suit and was able to get that in with a backpack and set that up somewhere,
I would be all for it. I'd go get my picture made with it.
A very nice suit.
A very nice suit. Yes.
I was going to get one. I was going to get one.
Lizard boots has to go with it too.
Yeah.
Well, that's where the Goodwill shopping would have to come into play, though.
I bet you could find some good stuff in the Goodwill there.
I found a great shirt in Vegas Goodwill. You guys saw that on this year. I mean, that's a $4 Goodwill find. That's fucking amazing. So yeah. Speaking of leisure suits, you might find one at Goodwill.
You'll find them in the EA booth. Don't worry.
Cannot wait. I've been waiting on this since the days several years ago with the Enter the Dragon SHOT Show get up. I've been waiting for a theme day since then. By the way, that was amazing. Y'all still have those yellow jumpsuits?
Oh, they're still around.
Oh, baby. Good stuff there. Good stuff. Kyle, Anderson Manufacturing, man. Thanks for coming on. First of all, go check out EAAcorp.com. Go check out those guys, all the great guns that EAA is bringing in. Anderson, Kyle, what you guys got going on? I know y'all are crazy ass busy, and new CEO announced. So looking forward to seeing how that goes.
Yeah, super excited about that. Another big announcement coming next week, so stay tuned.
That's true.
Make sure you follow us on social media at Anderson Manufacturing, except for on X, where we are at Anderson Rifles.
Yep.
We got the Kentucky Elk Fest coming up May 11th. Then May 16th, Primary Arms Optics Range Day, and then kicking.
Well, that's right. Yeah, you're going to be at Range Day on the Thursday prior to NRAM. That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes, sir. So check us out, guys.
Yeah, AndersonManufacturing.com. And I'm pretty sure you can. I've done it before. You can get all their social media by going to the website. So, and if you choose to shop Anderson, use promo code GHOST. Save yourself some money. Just GHOST. Pretty simple. Just GHOST. Save yourself some money. If you're going to buy it anyways, you might as well save a few bucks. So I don't get anything from it. It's just helping you guys out. So save some money. Ginger, GOA talk, fully loaded reviews talk. I'll give you a couple minutes.
Yeah, so GOA, keep an eye on our Twitter tomorrow for some breaking news or some news.
Some hot takes.
Some hot takes on some stuff. Make sure to go to gunowners.org/goals or goals.gunowners.org to check out the new goals website with everything on there. Make sure to check out EAA at booth number 602 and Anderson Manufacturing at booth 523 at Goals. So we got them all in. And for those who may not know, Goals, we're going to have any new product launch is going to have 2 minutes on the main stage. So you're going to be able to see new products launches on the main stage and then go to their booth and handle it in person. It's going to be fantastic. I don't even want to know.
What about handling people in the booth? What's wrong with you?
Whatever.
And I want to know is, like, for the 2 minutes that they're going to be on the main stage, will Cinnamon be there with the stickers?
We're bringing
whatever. Listen, don't get me in trouble. I'm not going to say anything.
Main stage, baby. Poles and everything.
That's where welcome to the stage, Diamond.
Thank you, Vanilla. Have a good night.
You didn't say I couldn't have a model to show my stuff off.
I did not say that. I did not put that as a preference. I should have really put that down.
I'm abnormally red right now.
So yeah,
like he's gone from orange to embarrassed red at this point.
Hey,
get me in trouble.
Just for Kaylee, I'll put her in like a stupid Tennessee orange G-string. It'll be all right.
Don't you do that. I know what you're going to do. I already warned Kaylee that you are bringing an Auburn flag, and she has been warned, and she knows she's ready.
I'll put it
upside down. I think that somehow it needs to be in the booth somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he said he would. I warned her.
An upside down tee? That could be interesting.
Yeah, you're going to get all the Tennessee fans mad.
Well, they don't. They like all of them together can't like make a sense. It's okay.
They might. All of them together might have a full mouth of teeth. Just saying. Well, and I'm in Arkansas. How bad is that?
Yeah, that's okay. They're all related anyway. Well, they say it's just one big family here. They're not kidding.
Their family trees go straight up.
Well, we're going to have talks on the main stage. Trey's on one of the panels. I got that approved. I got to talk to you about that. Hey, now. But we're going to have content creators up there talking. We've got veterans talking. We're going to have you're going to get one-on-one talks with Eric Pratt. You're going to get one-on-one talks with a bunch of John Lott's going to be there to do some one-on-one talks.
Nice.
So there's going to be a lot of education going on, a lot of things happening. So make sure to go sign up for goals. Go see these two hooligans, Kyle and Chase there. Go see these other two hooligans there walking around.
Well, here's the thing. Kyle and Chase, you're not going to have to walk very far to see both of them.
No, I was going to say we're right next to each other. We're neighbors.
Right next to each other.
I wonder how that happened.
Well, Chase called me first, and then Kyle was like, "Hey, do you mind if I pick early?" And I was like, "Yeah, there's this booth open right next to Chase."
It's the pizza like in Arkansas. It's pizza, man. Like,
and then the worst decision you've made in a while happened.
Hey, I think it's going to be fantastic.
I do too. Is your new CEO coming?
I hope to God.
I do too.
Oh yeah.
We'll definitely
the real question is, does your new CEO know that you're launching the Pony Express at Goals?
That's a
I
fair
have not
question.
pitched the Pony Express to the new CEO, but
So I'm just saying, we started this as a joke a year or two ago. Like, there's a chance that he might be down for this.
It does appear to get realer.
It's a better chance than the Andersons probably allowing this to happen, you know.
Hashtag Pony Express 2024 at Goals. Kyle's going to be on the stage talking about
37-word hashtag. Jesus.
Hey,
good Lord, dude. Well, you could also pitch him like a super value stripped down AR. Call it the Poverty Pony. Jesus Lord, you will sell them all.
And
you will sell them
all.
Dude, you will sell out overnight.
James Reeves will like sing your praises from the heavens in his short shorts on this main stage if you do that.
Wow.
Because it's that ridiculous. It's that ridiculous. Everybody's attention will be had. You can't get away from it. It's amazing.
Oh, you'll sell out of them. The Andersons may not like it, but you'll sell out of them.
They'll get over it when they count the money.
There you go.
I need you said Kane's going to be there, John. I need Kane's pyrotechnics and stuff as I come up on stage. Then
what if you had Kane holding a Poverty Pony?
As long as he holds it in one hand and choke slams me with the other.
I'd be willing to bet as long as there's a waiver sign, he'd probably be willing to do that.
So for the uneducated out there, Kane, the wrestler, whose name
ironically, Ginger is trying to educate people now.
Hey, Ginger, hush. He is not a wrestler. He's a wrestler. Get it right.
Wrestler. My bad.
Yeah.
He is the mayor of Knox County, which is Knoxville's in. So Kane will be at Goals, and we're trying to get
mayor of a county. Is that Tennessee's different?
It's a Tennessee thing. So we're trying to get him and Undertaker to be on stage together. Everybody, keep your fingers crossed because we're trying to work that out. But anyways,
I mean, he's his brother. Just call him.
I ran into Glenn Jacobs at the airport.
Are they brothers in real life, or is that a wrestling thing?
That was like a wrestling joke.
I'm not a wrestling guy, so I have no idea.
I'm not either, but
I know who the Undertaker is. I know who like Goldberg is. I know who some of these people are, but I don't know like their stories and all that.
Yes, August 17th, 18th, Knoxville, Tennessee, at the Knoxville Convention Center, and then for fully loaded reviews, Convention Center.
I think you said detention, like the Knoxville Detention Center. That's a whole different show. That's a whole different goal.
Wait a minute. They know their audience. minutes. Oh no!
Every company gets a cell, not a 10x10 plat. They're getting a jail cell.
So did we get the Gin Pop special?
Oh my God, that would be amazing. The Greater Knoxville Detention Center. Come on and see the GOA goals.
And just so Chase knows, the convention center is right in the shadows of Neyland Stadium. So
I'm aware. Right. I'll flip it off every day. Don't worry.
Let's be honest. Everything in Knoxville's in the shadows of Neyland Stadium. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, there's nothing else there but that.
Like the city was built around Neyland Stadium.
So, and then for fully loaded reviews, we filmed 9 new reviews to wrap up. Those are getting edited, and then I'm filming a couple more this week to just do the range footage in studio, and then we'll have enough content for the next couple months. Get that all done.
So check out gunowners.org and on YouTube. Check out a couple different pages. Go check out the State of the Second YouTube page, which is John's podcast with a GOA, and also check out his gun review channel, Fully Loaded Reviews. Go check those out, and check them out on Instagram as well, or X and all that jazz. So check them out. Clove,
what?
Do you have any reason to get out of bed every day?
No, not really.
Like any legitimate reason for you even to get out of bed each day?
No, not really.
Okay. All right.
No.
If you were to get out of bed,
somebody has to get his Lucky Charms.
That is true.
Put out fires,
Yeah, right. Man.
Or start them,
God, well, this is true.
If you were to get out of bed, anything specifically you might be doing?
Well, it was an Untouchable video drop today.
Yes, there was. That was filmed like 3 months ago, though, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
More like 3 hours ago. But
I know.
I'm one of those last minute. I think about video ideas for weeks and weeks, and then I'll go do it. So, yeah.
I'm glad you found the energy to get out of bed today. I'm proud of you.
I know, right?
Proud of you. That retired life, I'm actually planning on going to the range on Thursday. It will be the first time I've been to the range in over a month. God knows I need some range therapy right now, but I also need to film about 4 or 5 different videos. One will be on the disruptor, one will be on some optics, a flashlight, and the frontline 10.5 hashtag team quad rail out there. But yeah, Chicago Mike, year 1911s. Go check out Clover's Untouchable video. Faux Shizzle. It came out today, I believe, wasn't it, Clover? It was today, yeah. A flashlight is a flashlight. That's what we use when we're going through haunted houses in Texas. It's called the flashlight. It's also how we decide if we're going to like an X-rated movie. It's got to pass the flashlight test. So it's all good. Thank you guys for watching. We were going to talk about something about anti-gunners being right in a specific conversation, in that we will do that next week. We never got to it. By the time we got it, it's going to be a long discussion, potentially a very controversial and, how do I put this, fiery conversation. So I didn't want to start it at the hour and 45-minute mark. Had a great time tonight. Glad Chase was able to stop in. I know that we don't get blessed with your presence very often. And most of the time that's a good thing, because I'm afraid you get my channel taken down. But it was good to see you. And I want to mute your ass if you even try to talk right now. So, but yeah,
he shows up every third trimester.
Fuck you, dude. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Chase, keep your mouth shut. Every fourth trimester, he shows up.
Well, that's true too. Yeah.
That's one of the funniest things you ever said, bro. I'm not gonna lie, Clover. That's gonna go down as a top 5 Cloverism. One of the funniest things you've ever seen. Keep it up. I appreciate you. It was a great time. I hope everybody was entertained. I know that you probably were not educated. Had a great discussion. Thanks for everybody out there in the live chat. You guys seriously spend some time together on the phone and work this shit out. You're just embarrassing yourselves.
They look like the ambiguously gay duo, don't they?
I would even say ambiguous.
Well, this is true.
Okay. Yeah, special teams, special people. Tuesday. Fucking Lane Kiffin. On that note, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Semper Fi.